And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought... Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week, daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. Oh, what's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and I'm back with another video, and I'm happy to see you guys because it's another Monday. One of my favorite things is video games, and we are gonna get into some news. But on top of that, guys, this Wednesday, I will be a guest on Rudig's and Duragon's PlayStation Bros. They're going to close out the year, and how else could they do it? By having none other than the Cowboy King of Entertainment. But guys, yeah, so that's going to be cool. Make sure you check them out at 10 a.m. Eastern time. They got a lot of cool stuff to go over, and I'm looking forward to sharing my thoughts with them on that epic journey. So, but for today, the Cowboy King of Entertainment has an awesome show for you guys. F-Cat's in the building. He got a bunch of great topics and stuff we could talk about, and I think it's going to be epic. So, with that being said, make sure you guys check out the channel. Go to the homepage, and you'll actually be able to see my vlogs, my reviews on games. Well, I do first impressions, but first impressions on games. But you can see my reviews on the different things from movies to products. Yeah, I reviewed this too. Yeah. But yeah, guys, all the gaming I got, It's just a lot of content on the channel. Make sure you go to the homepage, scroll down, you'll see all the stuff I got. So with that being said, I'm about to kick the show off. I hope you guys grab a chair because I'm about to grab a chair. And let's do it. So first things first, let's see what's going on with the people in the chat. So, Sherrod Man Gaming said, first, let's give it up. What's up, Sherrod Man? CMG. He said, finally early. That's what's up, man. Let me see. Main event, Ron Slusher in the building. Yeah. I love it. What's up? My guy. Hold up. Did I got my hat on backwards? No. Hat felt a little funny, a little off. All right, let me get my desk together. These ain't even desk, actually, but these little, whatever you want to call them. All right, and with that being, hold on. John Doe is in the building, rocking the rip right. I am rocking the rip right. But listen, you, sir, got to give you one of these. Yeah, Cowboy, shout out. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, man. This thing is good. I ordered another one though, and man, I ordered it on Black Friday and still haven't got it. So I'm a little annoyed with that. But they wrote me back this morning and said, yeah, it's gonna be within a week or something like that. So it is what it is. No big deal, you know. But let's get my man F-Cat is in the building. Guys, just so you know, this is the show where I throw a link out and anyone watching could click on the link and jump on and be a part of the panel. And trust me, it's gonna be epic. And you guys know why. For one reason and one reason only. Dare I say it? Because I'm a cowboy. Let's go. And now your mama knows. All right, so let's bring in none other than F-Cat is in the building. What's up, F-Cat?
Yo.
Let's give it up. Yeah. So F-Cat, looking forward to having a lot of fun today, man, because it seems like gaming news is going crazy. People losing their minds. Seem like PlayStation is the new Stadia. I don't know, but
Wait, what?
dude, remember Stadia had the whole somebody went and found the Google terms of services, and Stadia says you cannot use their name in your, you know, blah blah blah. And people's like, oh my god, I gotta change my name and this and that. And then today people posted Sony terms and conditions or policies, and people are like, oh no.
Yeah, that's a whole different ballgame.
Fair enough. All right, well, we'll get into it. So you want to put your screen up? You ready to rock?
Yep.
Bam! Let's go.
So we're gonna kick this off with the usual F-Cat stuff's going dead.
Dead on arrival, baby. All right, so what's dying now? Oh,
E3.
Official. Got X'd. You know what's funny? Remember a couple years when they first announced they wasn't doing it? I said it. I need to pull up the tapes. I said they're done. They're not coming back. At this point, everybody else is going to start doing their own shows. Sony's already doing their own shows. E3 will not come back. And I remember Purple Haze was on this very show. She's like, no, trust me, they'll make a return. And then last year, they was like, we're coming. Nah. And then, what do you have it? Bam. And you know what it is? It's like life will move on. It's like Jurassic Park, right? And so it's like an event like E3, them not doing it, it's going to be hard to get back in there because now these other companies are going to be like the big boys, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. They already are used to doing their own thing. So anyway, no surprise.
Well, Nintendo, PlayStation does their own thing. I think EA does their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ubisoft does their own thing. Xbox is still with the whole Summer Game Fest.
Right.
Yeah. What is your favorite E3 moment?
Damn, man, I don't know. I gotta think. So I like E3 for the same reason I like the Game Awards. I'm all about the world premiere videos, you know, show me a game I never seen before. So I don't know. It would have had to been some game they showed at E3 that just blew my socks off. You know, I can't think of it.
For me, is when they first showed Destiny 1.
Okay.
When they first showed
Well,
Destiny 1, and it showed like how your friend's ship can come into the world, which never happened, and then you got that whole cutscene with Aldrin where he's talking about out here in the wild, whatever, which never happened in the game to this day, and it's like
I,
it was
you know,
crazy.
funny? I became a big Destiny fan. I spent many years of my life in Destiny. And but I was never into Destiny in the beginning. My friend, he was following it. He was like, dude, this game that Bungie's making. I was like, the people that made Halo? He was like, yeah, they said it's gonna be bigger and better than Halo in every way. And I remember seeing that. And I was like, oh wow, they actually wrote that. And so I remember thinking, like, well, I used to be into Halo back in the day, but I had no interest. So he was like, dude, I'm telling you that I got into the alpha, I could get you in. I'm like, no, bro, I don't care about this game. And he's trying to explain it to me, and it's just going over my head because it sounds PC-ish, you know, the whole MMO thing. And yeah, man, I mean, Destiny definitely blew me away in the beginning. Well, not, you know, for many years.
I also remember the E3 when they very first showed Starfield, or they teased Starfield, and it was absolutely nothing like what the game is now.
Mm. Rune said, hold up, the topic started this quick. Usually Cowboy is rambling on for 30 minutes. You know what? I didn't have anybody to talk trash to, you know, and say they can't afford $12. I didn't yeah, I really had nothing to say. I didn't have anybody to talk about that they try to censor me and say I'm afraid to say that suicide is a choice. So yeah, so today I just was like, let's get right into this thing, do a spin kick or two, and let's go. And here we are. And FCAT was ready. So yeah.
You ready for the next thing, Diane?
Let's do it. Let's do it. What is dying next? Get that X. Oh, damn. Now, come on. That hurts me, man.
Yep. Friday
I
the
did read
13th is
that.
gonna get delisted, then it's gonna get shut down later.
Yeah, when you sent it to me, they said they at least are going to keep it until December 2024. So that's at least a year from now that the servers will be up, but they didn't didn't say anything after that. So what's cool is I thought when I read that not this thing, but when they announced it months ago, probably 6 months ago, that December it was going to close, shut down, I took it as, damn, you're not going to be playing anymore. But that's at least cool to know that, oh yeah, they're going to give you like one more year. So rest in peace.
Yeah.
Oh, Rome said he went to E3 back in 2016. That's dope. I don't know anybody that went to E3.
2016.
FCAT, Mr. Urban World said he's waiting for you to announce the upcoming free Epic games for the holidays.
That'll be shared on Discord.
What's up, Geek the Sneak? Should I be shared on Discord? Fair enough.
So next thing, Diane.
Okay, damn, we still got more dying? Oh. Well, so that's the crew part 1, right?
That's the part 1.
Yeah. You know what? I guess it got to be hard making games, right? Because you would think, like, you would want to make a part 2 or something. And I guess you're probably like, dude, everybody loves the first one. Like, look what they did with, what is it? What's the name of that game? My stepson plays all the time. What's the game where they cut off the first one? That the first person shooter game.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about? It's a first person shooter. You got, you know, all these different characters, and each one got their own ability.
Battleborn?
No, the other game. Damn, man. Remember, part 1 came out and it was like, yeah, you can't play part 1 anymore. So you're forced to play part 2, and there's a whole debacle over them not having the story mode.
Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch. There you go. Yeah. So I guess, you know, it's hard. So imagine all these not engineers, but all these game developers, designers, testers. So they come up with a part 2, right? And then everybody just still play part 1. You're like, yo, man, it got to be rough. So, you know, people still playing the Crew part 1. Crew 2 been out for how many years
So
now?
this is due to infrastructure and licensing constraints. So
Mhm.
what's gonna happen with the people that bought the second game? Like, is the same thing gonna happen?
Oh, well, yeah, down the road. Yeah. Then when they come out with a part 3, they're going to have to do the same thing. Yes. Why not?
Damn.
Yeah. What I hope is same thing for the same thing I hope for the Jason game, Friday 13th, is that they still allow you to play like the 1-player mode. So there is like a 1-player mode where you can just run around and kill the counselors, or you can make Jason attack you. You can make the difficulty like stay super dumb or super hard. So at least when they have games like that, it would be nice if they allow, like, let's say you play the Crew, right? Let's say they just allow you to have all the maps and you could drive and race and do all this stuff, but you can't go online anymore. That would at least be cool.
Yep. Ready for the next thing,
Well, let
Diane?
me before I go that, what's
I
your thoughts?
predicted this next
What
one.
well, hold on, before I move on, what's your thoughts of this though? Like, do you frown upon when they like shut down a old, you know, part 1 or something? Like what's your thoughts of that though?
I'm not too big on the Crew.
Mhm.
So I don't really have much to say about it. I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah, I was never really into Crew. Well,
it's
what in
justified.
general though? Like, do you have a
It's
problem if they get rid of a part 1 when a part 2 is out for some years?
I mean, Destiny 1's still up and rolling,
Mhm.
so I don't see what's the issue.
Mhm. Well, look what Urban said. He said, my friend showcased his gaming console at E3. IGN wrote an article about him. Now no one cares about the article. His console sold out though. And his console's probably dead too. But but we should put his console on the list of things that died.
So the
That way
next
he was
thing
on the
that
list of no
died,
one.
I actually predicted this, Cowboy.
Well, Rune, I did go to the gym on Saturday, bro. I'm back. I'm telling you, I'm go back. I went to my wife's gym this Saturday, but I'm gonna go back to one of my gyms. I ran a 10-minute mile. Like, I'm telling you, I'm coming back. I'm for real now, you know. But all right, go ahead. Sorry.
So I predicted this one. Rocket Arena is gonna shut down in March.
Hmm. Did I play that? No, I never played Rocket Arena. What game is that? Yo, Obi, what's
So
up?
it's a third person
Mhm.
kitty form of the Quake mode,
Oh,
Rocket
okay.
Arena, and originally they showed it as a first person shooter, but when the game
Mhm.
came out, it was all of a sudden third person. And the devs said that
Mhm.
the reason why they went with third person was because they wanted you to see the characters' skins.
Okay, makes sense. No, I get that. You know.
So it got removed off of EA Play. Then they took it off. They delisted it, and
Mhm.
now it's being shut down.
Mm. Obi, tell R2 I said hi, man. Urban's talking about his friend's console, something we never heard of.
Oh
EVO
wow.
smart console. It's dead in the water. Oh, Dodge Man's in the building. He said the Crew really wasn't what they promised back then. He said the Crew 2 did come back strong. Really, I wish Rockstar would remake Midnight Club 3. Ooh. Also, guys, I want to take this time out to thank my guy Dodge Man. He was in the Christmas spirit. And when you guys see me playing Assassin's Creed, Mirage, he gifted me that game, man. So I just want to thank him very much, and I want to thank any of you guys that support me by whether watching or donating or jumping and being part of the show. I mean, listen, got to give a super thanks for FCAT. He's bringing these topics and stuff we could all talk about. And so, any of you guys that support me, I appreciate it. It's just a dream of mine, just to sit here, put a cowboy hat on, act silly, and have people actually tune in. So I want to thank all of you guys, but I want to specifically thank you for that Dodge, man. I appreciate it. I tried to say, man, I'm good, but he just said, look, Christmas, that's what Christmas is about. So, and he knew I had interest in the game some months ago when he was streaming it. So, I want to thank you for that, man. I appreciate it. And I'll be playing it at some point this week. And my wife, she was interested because she likes third-person games, and I told her, look, you got to be sneaky, but you might like it. So, we'll see. Thank you again.
Played it a little bit when I bought the UV Plus.
Oh, Mirage?
Yeah.
What was your thoughts?
Real big into it. I'm not real big into Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
I wasn't really big into it. But speaking of shut down, guys,
Uh-oh.
you can now update your Stadia controller a whole another year.
Oh, really? They can let you get a whole.
They extended it. It was supposed to shut down, I think, at the end of this month or something like that. But they extended it for another year.
Wow.
So they actually released a GitHub where you can get the update whenever you want.
Don't you think it just would have made sense if they just let Stadia stay with whatever games they had, right? Like they just kept those games and then they wouldn't put anything on anymore. And then maybe later on they could have added. But I guess the problem would be every time these games would have got updates, they probably would have had to still pay for those games to get updated. And so technically they wouldn't be making any money. Or what they could have did is they could have just kept Stadia Pro going, maybe. And maybe add like a few games a month, but then again, it pretty much would have turned into Luna. And so that ain't doing too well. So
yeah. So we had some. Let's see.
Let's see. Sandy, can you bring me my glasses? In my room by my bed. Unless you want to take over and I go get my glasses. Say hi to the people. She said, F y'all. Messed up, man.
So continuing the cloud gaming news, guys, it's finally coming. The one thing we thought we never would come, it's finally coming. And that is Boosteroid 4K 120.
Damn, look at that. 4K 120. Now, explain that. Are you going to, real quick, main event Ron Slusher said Gran Turismo movie is on Netflix. Thank you.
Hi, people.
She don't act like she care about you.
I got the family in the other room. And I'm hungry. You're starving me.
Starving you? Mm-hmm. Listen, yesterday when you said you were hungry, I ran out and got us some Popeyes, didn't I?
So explaining this, standard was 1080p 60.
Okay.
And they were promising 4K 120 for like 2 years now.
It wasn't 2 years. That was last year.
But anyways, actually they got rid of the annual price, but then people complained, and now they're gonna bring that back. They're gonna bring back the annual price.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as we can see, looks like it's gonna be around $18 or $20 US
and look
dollar.
Look what Jared said. It said 120 and 4K, not bad. Also, let me back up a little bit. Ron said Gran Turismo is on Netflix now. Guys, that movie is amazing. It was really good. So I think you guys should check it out. Let me see. You're going to need amazing internet for that, he said. Hey, listen, I think
PlayStation Plus can do 4K 120, kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I think look at my dog just going in the background, sitting in her bed. She's hanging out. I think 4K 120 is pretty dope, and I think it's just showing that cloud gaming stepping up. So before we was always just looking at GFN to be like the powerhouse, but look at this.
Man. Yeah, GFN already has it. It already has 4K 120. You can even go to 240 now.
Yeah, that's dope. And think about it, right? Let's be fair. A lot of people doubted boosteroids. A lot of people said they was illegal and all that stuff. And look at it now, right? They're getting 120. They're hanging in there.
So they have this new performance test that when you do it, it'll show you your closest server for Boosteroid,
Okay.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Cloud gaming. They kind of lost me, but I love that they're hanging in there, and I love that I love what Xbox is doing, putting out so many of their games on their cloud. That's pretty cool to me. So, let me see. Hitbox
Yeah,
said Hitbox
Boosteroid
Road
is
was the main event run.
yet to get
Tekken
the
8.
Game Pass. They've yet to get Game Pass. But I feel like Boosteroid got the short end of the straw, the ABK deal.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
guys, they had
Boosteroid
some.
needs to get their game list up. I feel like isn't Boosteroid the ones that kind of you could play games you can't play anywhere else? Whenever I make fun of
Right.
cloud gaming and talk about you can't play this, the first thing people say on Boosteroid. So I don't know about that, Urban.
Yeah, you could look through their game list on their site. They had some craziness over at Twitch, Cowboy.
Oh, okay. What are we talking about?
So Twitch put out new rules saying that you can twerk, you can grind, you can pole dance, you can be half naked, all kind of stuff.
Well, you know what's crazy?
And
So,
then
okay,
all of
go
a
ahead.
sudden they took it back.
Well, I feel like if people want to get crazy and risque, just go to X. I'm trying to say X and not Twitter. And at first, when you said that, I thought you was talking about Twitter, but you were talking about Twitch. Dude, people sent me something on Twitter before, and I'm like, yo, you can really anything's on Twitter. Like, I mean, there's no limit. But yeah, I mean, I guess for people that with Twitch, I guess the whole hot tub thing was like a big deal. And so, can people still do the hot tub thing or not?
Yeah, yeah, you can still do hot. So it didn't even start with the hot tubs. Like it started with the chicks showing their cleavage.
Okay.
Then like all they do, they have like millions of viewers. They show their cleavage. Then the next thing was um, the hot tubs. Then the ASMR with the ear mics. And they were doing ASMR sounds. It was freaking weird. And now you have topless streamers.
Topless streamers, that's the thing.
Yeah, topless streamers.
But do they have to
They
have
don't
like
show like they don't show past a certain point.
yeah, because I was about to say they probably have to cover a certain something. But Tony said I watched the GT movie on Netflix. It wasn't bad. I give it a 7. Imagine Sony turning Gran Turismo into a movie game with cutscenes in it and whatnot. He said that's what I was telling myself while I was watching it. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. What I liked was the parallels. I didn't know it was a real thing, and I liked that it was based off of a true story. And then I got really into the actor, and I got really into the guy's story. And then it blew me away that the guy who played his stunt man is the guy that the story's about. I was like, wow, he got to play himself, or at least drive, be the driver of himself in the movie about himself. That's
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
yeah, well, you don't have the link for the to jump in.
Say that again.
You don't have the link to jump in on the chat.
Oh, you're right. My bad. Damn. You know what? I started the show so fast.
It's like ISO wants to get in here. I don't know where
My bad. Hold up. Let me
TPG
do it.
is. I don't think
TPG put that thing out. Remember, he said he was going to take a break from joining shows. He said he might join today if we talk about The Last of Us. So I don't know.
Oh, he's taking a break. Wow.
Yeah, that's what he wrote in the
He
Discord.
took that factions news hard, huh?
Well, that was before the faction news came out, so that probably even hit him harder. Here you guys go to join the show. Let me pin it. So guys, hit the link and jump on in with me and FCAT. So Obi, I will definitely talk about the God of War. I'll wait a little bit. We'll get through a little bit more FCAT stuff. And then but let me know if you gotta leave, I'll mention it before you gotta leave, because no, you can't stay the whole time. But yeah, I won't spoil it at all. I'll give you my thoughts and my opinions.
You can do that real quick, and I'll take a little break.
Okay.
And I'll come
Guys,
back.
man, Obi ain't playing no MK. One, I retired him. Okay. And two, I retired him. So there's no point for him to play. So yeah, them half naked girls making that money on Twitch. Yeah, they making that money. See, Dodgeman for sure. We def. Oh, stop it. He faked this hospital thing so he didn't have to play games.
Yeah, when I come back, we'll get into PlayStation.
Okay. So let's see. I actually haven't tried it. What's up, Bobby?
What's up?
Same old, same old. All right. So let me let ISO in. So coming in the building is none other than ISO Motion Gaming. Let's go.
Yo,
ISO,
what up,
what's
though?
What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. Just big chilling. Just got home about an hour or so ago. Took a nap. Now I'm up, and I saw you was about to go live, so I was like, let me hop in here.
Yeah, man. You know what? I was just playing before the show. Take a guess.
Oh, what were you playing?
Yeah, take a guess what I was playing before the show.
I feel like you kind of mentioned this a little bit. I'm trying to think. I know you've been trying some games lately.
Mhm.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nope. Call of Duty.
Oh.
Yo, you know, he said, oh. You know what he said ISO Mary Gaming.
Facts.
Yo, what's up, Windstar? Yo, man, you know what's cool is when I play Call of Duty, my favorite, which was weird, right? I got it in the mail. I played it one day and just never had interest to play again. And I was gonna send it back today because that was literally a whole week ago. I just like I don't really care to play. But I was like, you know what I like? I love free for all. I always love free for all. I don't like to be on the team. I like to just run and gun, shoot anything that moves. So I put it on hardcore free for all to get a match. And it was so much fun. Like, I hate when you play a game and you shooting somebody, and then you turn around, shoot you in the forehead. You're like, bro, I shot him like 8 times and then he just turned and got me, right? Because maybe my aim sucks. But in hardcore, whoever shoot the first bullet land is a wrap. So it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
Hey, that's what's up, dude. I like hardcore. The only thing that drives me nuts about hardcore is it just doesn't make sense, which is fine because it's a game. But for me, right? Again, you guys know I like guns, right? Like I'll be using a pistol, and a pistol's one shot, like regardless. And I'm like, oh shit. But then you have like this AR, and it's the round itself is like almost double, triple the size of a pistol round.
Right.
It takes more than one shot. And I'm like, wait. Shouldn't a pistol be at least maybe like 2 shots, right? A little bit more, but no, it's a 1 shot, and I'm like, I mean, hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But that's like the first thing that came to mind when it first happened, because I was like, wait, how do I get hit markers with an AR, but a pistol I get like a 1 shot? I'm like, what the fuck? And I was like, you know what? That's just how the game is. I don't know if it's purposeful,
It's pretty serious. Now I'm gonna bring up real quick, and I won't spoil it. Because Obi wanted me to bring it up. Did you play the God of War Valhalla DLC?
No, to be fair, I was never gonna go back to God of War. I have so much other things to play, so I just watched the videos and I was like, "That's dope as fuck." But I just have no interest in going back to play it. I did like. Oh wait, I don't want to say anything. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say anything. I just like the way they went about it, which was dope.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll say this. I do like the way they went about it, and I don't. So there's a lot of people, like Rune's gonna get mad when I say this. He's like, "Oh, the story." I'm like, "What story?" They had this amount of story as Armor Core 6, which was no story. But I think what's cool is they reminisce. I'll say that.
Yep.
But I feel like it's not a legitimate story. It's kind of like in God of War when you just walk in and you and the head is talking. That's But they reminisce, so that's cool. Now I didn't beat it yet. I put some good hours into it, so maybe there's more that I didn't see. But to talk about it in detail without spoilers, I think it's cool. When I think of video games, I think of my favorite part of a video game is gameplay, right? So like
Right.
you love guns, you love shooting, you love the games that make guns feel really good, right? So that's what people had a problem with Redfall. They felt like it didn't feel good. You play Call of Duty, they feel like they put so much detail in the way it plays. So I personally like melee games. That's why I love Streets of Rage over all the other beat 'em ups, because when you hit an enemy, you could like feel the punch and the head go back. Like it's something about the hit effects in Streets of Rage that feels gratifying, right? Versus a game where you just swing and hit something, and it's kind of like in first-person games where they call it bullet sponge, where enemies just big, and they're just taking hits, and you don't even see them move. So when you play certain melee games, you just swing and hit things. So I bring it back to God of War. I feel like God of War probably has the best hack and slash like appeal. Like when you hit enemies, it feels very gratifying, the different moves you have. So they made a DLC based off of what I like the most, right? So I'm not like, story was okay. I felt the story was better in 2018. The graphics is great, but the graphics won't bring me back to a game. Like you said, you beat the game, you were done. I beat the game and I was done. Now, a couple months ago, I played for like 3 hours just playing the little versus mode or whatever mode they have where you fight enemies. But if you think of this, it's actually a mode that gives you a reason to fight enemies. So it kind of makes sense without me spoiling it. I mean, it's kind of, I know I'm kind of not really, I don't want to explain it too much, but it's like, you could put it on easy, you can put it on super hard, and you could also change the difficulty as you're playing. Like you could find modifiers that you could select and choose to make it more difficult to you. You could find modifiers that you maybe say, oh, I like this ability. You get this ability, you find the one you like more, then you got to swap. You can't keep them both. So it's kind of cool that it makes you play a certain style, and you could be playing this mode different from your friends. So it's really cool. It's interesting.
Nice. I think once you get to the end, or you could progress the story, because I don't know how far you went, and I don't want you to
Right.
go in detail either, because I know the game is fairly new. And
Right.
I didn't play it. I already know I didn't play it, but I definitely was interested in what happened, and I do love how the story is.
Right.
It just, again, I personally was like, I got too much stuff to play.
Yeah.
I don't need to play. I played the main game, which was dope. I'm cool.
Mhm.
Like, it's okay, But I think when you do get farther, you're gonna be like, I think you're gonna change your rating. Let's just say that. I think you're gonna like it more.
I mean,
That's what I think.
so I'm already really, really liking it because I love the gameplay. So I'm
Okay.
just like I played it. The last thing I did last night was playing it. I woke up the day before yesterday. Last thing I did was playing it. I woke up in the morning, I was playing it. Like that's literally the only game I'm playing. I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake that I put off for years. So I was playing that, and then Room was like, you should probably put this above that. So you can at least play and beat it, because he played and beat it. And so, I mean, it's even cool when you die, and then you come back. It's the typical rogue stuff that you guys may like. You die, you lose stuff. Some stuff you keep. I'll just say that. And then you start over, kind of, sort of, which is cool for me because kind of, sort of start over. And it still keeps connecting. So it's really cool. But for me, I'm like, I want to play it because I know, and I don't want to get it ruined, but I hear there's really cool stuff out there that you're probably thinking of. And I'm like, I can't wait to see that. And I don't want to get it spoiled. I just know people are like, oh yeah, you gotta see this stuff. So long story short, I think if you guys played God of War and you like the combat, if anything, it's worth playing. But it is a rogue style game. So just know you're gonna die and you're gonna start over. And you're gonna die and you're gonna start over. And there's things you can keep, but there's a lot that you lose and you start over. So I hope that kind of sums it up a little bit.
So it's like Returnal.
Yes, it's like Returnal. Yep. It's like Returnal. Yep. Some stuff you keep, some stuff you don't. So, But Returnal, I don't think you could change the difficulty. That's the thing. You're just set. God of War lets you say, you know what? You want to play it on easy. If you want to play, and then you could play it and be like, yeah, I think I want to. Like, I cranked it up to the hardest difficulty, and I forgot I left it on there. So when I played the next day, I killed the first couple guys, and second guys, I was like, yo, how am I dying? Where's my health? And I was like, oh, I left it on the hardest thing. I just wanted to see what it was going to be like.
Real quick, I don't have this article, but there's a patent Sony is working on that is gonna something about changing the difficulty toward your playstyle.
Right. I
That
remember.
sounds interesting.
He said Cowboy is a Red Dead hater. I'm
What
not
a hater. How are you
I
gonna hate
don't.
Red Dead, dude? It literally has a cowboy in it, bro. Like,
I
what the
know,
hell?
and you
You're
know
supposed
what's
to love
crazy?
the game. That's
You know
supposed to
what's
be
crazy?
your game.
You know what's crazy? I avoided that game forever. And when I got into the Stadia community, they was like, bro, how you don't play Red Dead and you call yourself the Cowboy? I was like, man, I don't want to play that game. I was like, listen, I call Grand Theft Auto the most basic game, but if there's a game more basic than that, it's Red Dead. Like, I'm gonna steal your horse and not a car. But yeah, and they forced me to buy it, so I bought it full price. And bro, I just was terrible at it. One, I say the controls is terrible in the game, but I kept getting killed because I didn't know people could just jump in your game. They could just find you and run and kill you. So as I'm trying to learn how to play, mind you, I'm many years late. My friend Ray just kept running and stabbing me. One time he tied me to his horse and set fire. He burnt me. I'm getting dragged and set on fire. I'm like, I don't even want to play because you're not letting me learn.
That's why you play single player. But yeah, I feel for you. That sucks. That's
yeah.
Like
every time I got in their thing, I'm just walking around. I don't know what I'm doing, and somebody just run through. I'm looking like, oh, look at that guy, and I'm thinking it's a computer. He just ran up and shot me, stabbed me. I'm like, oh bro, and I mean, he was relentless. Every time I got on, he just came and killed me. I was like, yo, come on, man. But I didn't want to like lock people out because I think it's fun to play together. But yeah, he didn't let me enjoy it. But no, I'm not a hater of the game. I think the game looks beautiful. I remember part 1 was game of the year. Part 2 probably would have been game of the year, but God of War won in 2018. I've been following the game, bro.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Since we're talking about it real quick, it's just nuts because I'm looking it up right now when this game came out. And on the side note, it is on sale for $20 if anyone cares to get it. It's on Steam. It's 67% off. You can get the Ultimate Edition for $30, which I think is actually a pretty good deal. But this game came out in 2019. You know, it's 2023. Came out late 2019. Yo, this is still one of the best looking.
Red Dead 2, right?
Yes, Red Dead 2.
No, it came out in 2018 because it lost to God of War at the Game of the Year.
Oh, maybe the PC release came out 2019.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, but around either 2018, 2019, either or.
Same thing.
Yo, this game still looks like this game, hands down, still looks freaking amazing, and will put other newer games to shame. It's crazy, like how beautiful this game looks and how great it has aged, where it still looks absolutely amazing. You know, and it's just I find it like I'll be playing, I'm like, bro, what the fuck, like. You can do this. This is happening. You know, like the details. You know, it's the details that make it even more like just nuts.
Yeah, I know. They actually changed. They actually updated the game because people would ride and get knocked off their horse by the trees. So they actually, they updated that so that wouldn't happen because that's super realistic, though, right?
Right.
Like, so I seen that.
There's certain things out like that I wouldn't want because it's like, what if you got to chase somebody? You're going kind of quick on a horse, you know, and you're playing third person, like the perception. Like I think that's a little bit too much to get knocked off the horse. Maybe if there's like a specific brain, you know, there's things that you know, like, oh, if I hit that,
right? Like it's like certain games you play, you know, it's a video game, and you want every video game to be as real as possible. But then sometimes you're like, but I still want it to be a game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, remember back in the day where games had like 3 continues and that was it?
Oh, so yeah. Like,
now we got to the unlimited lives. We're like, bro, I don't want to go back to only 3 continues. Like, it's a video game.
I'm ready when you are, Cowboy.
All right. Before I go, Dodge Man said, Red Dead is not fear. What do you mean Red Dead is not fear?
Maybe the online. Like, everyone's like, you know, you keep getting jacked up by everybody, you know?
That's just like GTA Online. GTA Online, if your character just stands on the side of the street, somebody comes along and freaking murks you.
That's cool though. I always wanted to be into a game where random people would just come and kill you, and I don't think I ever got into a game that had that. And like I never got into Division where they had that one mode where people could just rob you. I never really got into Grand Theft Auto Online. Never got into Red Dead. So I hope they come out with a game that I personally like, that does something like that, because I know people think it's chaotic, but I always thought, how cool would it be if you could just, I mean, because when you think of PC games, like, that's one thing I used to always think was cool. My friends would say like, oh, we play these PC games. They would describe it to me, and I feel like, wow, that felt like console games in the past, or primarily console games, don't go as far as PC games. Like, it's feel like you got so much more freedom on a PC, and we ain't even gonna get into mods, right? So it's kind of like I would love for there to be a console game that I personally like that could do that. And I think that's probably why I think Hunt Showdown is the most underrated game like I've ever played, because I feel like no one ever talks about this game, and it's still on live, and it's like the Uber game. Okay, so one is like, you come in a game, your objective is to go find these creatures, like hunt them down, and then when you find them, you got to beat them, and when you beat them, you get a loot, and then you got to go to extraction point. However, there's other people out there doing the same thing, and whoever kills a creature first, it notifies everybody else, so they can keep doing what they're doing, or they can stop doing what they're doing to come kill you because you already killed one of the creatures. So they're like, hey, we should go and kill you. So it's like, it's a cool concept.
No, Hunt Showdown game is amazing. That game is it's a little bit slow. That's why I can't get into it, because I get like I want to get into action, and I want to keep doing stuff. And sometimes I have to play these games like every now and then, because I enjoy and I appreciate what it does. It's just a little bit too slow paced for me.
That is the game, ISO. You have to play with friends.
Yes.
Like, you have to be communicate, because that's what would take away some of the boredom of it. Because it is slow when you're trying to get to this part, and then you find the thing, you get to this part. But when you're running around with a full team and you're like talking, you're like, yo, be quiet, bro, watch out, look, don't step in the water, and that makes it fun.
Yeah, so that game recently just got an update with new content, and then there's a next gen enhancement update coming soon.
It's also on sale on Steam.
That's good.
I'm just putting it because I'm looking it up.
So they're gonna have like a Series X.
Yeah, Series X version and a PS5 version.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah, I might really try to get back into that game. I just would like to play with people. So
is it crossplay?
I would figure it.
Not that I know of.
Yeah, not that I know of either. Anybody know if Hunt Showdown is crossplay?
I don't think so.
Well, before you go on, FCAP, real quick, let me just see if anybody else said something else. Obi said Dark Souls had that. He's talking about when people run down and kill you. Yeah, but I feel like Dark Souls.
But you would know when they come in, though. Like, they would say, like, oh, I don't know what the verbiage is, but you know when someone's there. But unlike GTA, everyone's doing crazy shit. It could be the most random dude. Just
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just minding your business. Not that you're walking looking like this because it's for people to do that. No, I'm talking about, I'm just minding my business, sitting at the red light, and somebody just dragging me out the car.
Someone just drive by, throw the C4 out the car, and then kills you with it. Right.
I said, when I was hunting, people just kept killing me, and I lose my skins. You got to be with people, a lot of a-holes online. Okay. I mean, I like that, though. I like that crazy whatever could happen. Dark Comer is in the building. He said, I know we're talking about games, but I am sad that he's talking about the Marvel thing. Yeah. What's his name? It will be kicked out of Marvel.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he got fired, and he's going to be convicted on assault and harassment charges.
Yeah, he got off.
He's going to face up to maybe like a year, which is really a slap on the hand.
Yep, he got off of 2 things, and he got charged with 2 things. So.
I'm sorry, I'm not really. I like movies, but I'm not huge into it. So who is he specifically in the Marvel?
He was Kang.
All right, so the worst thing could happen, right? You have the great Marvel. They go on and on. They have Thanos. He's a super big bad guy. They beat him, whatever. So the worst thing could happen to your movie is when you're the guy playing the next big bad guy. So he's literally Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, he's literally. So yeah, like bro, you can't have the worst thing happen. Like imagine, like that's So what the rumor is, they might just switch and go all about Dr. Doom. Which I prefer.
Did they already start, or like?
Yeah, bro. They already had. He was already in Ant-Man and the Wasp. He was already in Loki season 1. Like, yeah, he was. They already
He
established
was
him
in
as the new
Loki
bad
season
guy.
1 and 2. He was in
see, I never
Ant-Man,
watched any of
Quantum
those.
Era,
Yeah,
Quantum Verse, whatever.
Oh,
yeah,
this dude. Okay. Oh, ooh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah.
That fucking
And he's
sucks.
and dude, he was on a rise. He was in Creed 3. He was just getting like a stardom and all over a girl. Yeah, he got into a argument with this girl in the back seat of the car, and she said he hit her. He said he didn't. She said he broke her hand. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
wild.
the judge threw out all the evidence on her hitting him.
Mhm.
So that's basically what happened.
So wait, he is guilty, like 100%?
Yes, he was charged. Yep,
It's a
Damn.
my
questionable
man was
guilty
charged.
charge.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, I have to agree that it's questionable because it's like, well, if you're gonna throw hers out, you got to throw if you're gonna throw out whatever he said, you have to throw out hers because like, how can you really prove everything? You know,
well,
it's
it's
just a
been
very.
going on. This been going on for the better half of probably almost
Oh,
a year
really?
now, maybe. Yeah, so they did put a lot into it. They looked a lot into it. I mean, video has been going around forever, showing like, oh,
Oh, okay.
she
So it's
said
not
her
like it's just
hand.
new.
Oh
Okay, so it's
yeah,
been going on.
Yeah,
if you're famous, like celebrity, YouTuber, whatever, and you slip up with a chick, like they're gonna rat you out real quick
yeah. I
to
mean,
get
yeah,
that money.
Oh yeah,
Like
look
for
what
real.
almost happened to Johnny Depp.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost, but he beat that shit, which I was like,
No,
let's
no, and we
go.
can't even say almost because Disney kicked him off
Kevin
of
Spacey.
yeah, so he
Oh
lost a
yeah.
lot.
Well,
Kevin
no,
Yeah, he
but
did.
Spacey.
Johnny Depp was always like, you knew even if Disney got rid of him, you're like, this dude could be
Oh yeah,
successful anywhere.
but
Disney is the
but
one who lost
still.
out at the end of it.
Yeah, but to be kicked off as not be Captain Jack. I mean, that's one of the
Well,
biggest IPs. You know
they
what I
should
mean?
have waited. I don't know why they just instantly was like, oh, you know what? Even though
That's
this
how
trial is
they.
still
You know
going,
what?
yeah.
Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. If they don't kick you off and you are found guilty, they're gonna look really bad. So they kind of have no choice because now people will be like, "I'm not watching your show with a man or a woman beater or this movie." So it's kind of like they're
Well,
like, "Damn, what do we do?"
yeah, but
Because
technically
Yeah.
he's not convicted yet. So it's like in my
true.
opinion, in my eyes, I'm like, if you're a Disney, just put out like, hey, we understand the situation with
Right.
Johnny Depp and whatever the chick's name is, but
Look,
until the trial is completed, you know, everyone's on hiatus. Just say it like that. Like Johnny Depp
Gotcha.
is not going to be in any films. Amber Heard, only
Right.
film we knew she was in was Aquaman 2. But they're
Right.
like, oh, they're currently on hiatus. There's no further projects until everything is complete. That makes the most sense to me.
Well, look, well, hold up. Let me back up a little bit. Remember years ago, I don't know if you do or not, with wrestling and Chris Benoit, right?
Oh,
So
I don't know wrestling, dude.
so check it out. This guy, Chris Benoit, famous wrestler. Matter of fact, the night, I'm gonna say it this way, the night his family and himself was found murdered, he was supposed to be at the pay-per-view defending his title. So how crazy is as a regular wrestler fan, I'm watching it. He doesn't show up. They literally have a match without him, and we're like, dude, I wonder what happened to him. Like his supposed to be putting up his title. They put somebody. They just interject somebody else in it. So now that was Sunday night. The next night, and I got some people in the back. I'm gonna pull you out in a minute. So the next night, on live on TV on Raw, they announced he was found. Him and his family was found murdered, and they had a moment of silence. They were sad about it, and the next day they come out and say we will never talk about Chris Benoit or share his likeness or anything because found out he murdered his wife and son and committed suicide.
Oh my gosh.
Bro, yeah. So I guess you don't want to have something like that happen. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's a crazy ass scenario. You know, I just
Yes.
feel like in the one, you know, that we're talking about, like I felt like it could have been handled better.
Right.
I think that what I said makes the most sense. Like, hey, hiatus,
Right.
they're on break. We don't know what's going on. And until then, we have no additional comments, which
Yeah.
makes total sense to me because like, well, we don't know if she's wrong
But
or
you
he
know what's
wrong.
hard though? You know what's
What's that?
hard with your scenario is that so he's the biggest, he was going to be the biggest act in Marvel going forward. So how do you
what was he gonna
stop
do
all
again?
the other projects? You know what I'm saying? You're like,
What was
bro,
he
we
gonna do
gotta
again in Marvel?
huh?
What was he
He's-
supposed to be?
He's going to be the new big bad guy.
Oh,
Yeah, so the main bad guy that everybody eventually got to team up to beat.
And you know he would have did a good ass job too.
Right.
Yeah.
But let me bring in TPG is in the building. What's up, TPG?
Not much, man. I'm bored, so I figure I'd pop in for a bit.
Well, listen, man, I don't know what's up with you, bro. You put out this statement. I'm about to take a hiatus.
One day I was feeling down, and another day I was feeling better. So it's like,
Okay.
I pop in when I pop in.
All right. Well, shouts out to you, man.
Word.
Yeah, let's go. All right. So we got another friend of the show. We all know him as a chill, calm, collective, but lately he's been on some stuff. He's been like trolling me and stuff. Like, what's wrong with this guy? So we're going to get him on here. None other than Jersey is in the building. What's up, Jersey?
What up? What up? How you doing?
You know what, Jersey? What's up? We got
Goddamn, man.
We don't want to throw shots every day,
Huh?
man.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
I'm like, yo, what's up with Jersey? He attacking me, man.
That was funny though.
Yeah, that was funny.
You're back.
No, I could take it, but I'm just like,
Get it
yo,
together, man. You better get it together.
Man, Jersey's on a relentless. Oh, Lion's in the building. Yo, Lion haven't been on here forever. Don't feel down, TPG, he said.
Just it's a holiday season. It's like everyone's, happy, joy. It's like,
Right.
one
And you know what made it even worse? Then they announced they canceled The Last of Us factions. I was like, oh, TPG ain't gonna like this.
I'm crying, man.
Pull me
5
up
goddamn
so we can get
years.
into PlayStation.
What'd you say, FK?
Pull me up so we can get into PlayStation.
All right.
Oh,
well,
no.
before I do that, let me just see if TPG and Jers, I know this is gaming, but do you guys have anything to say about the news about Kang the Conqueror no longer being Kang the Conqueror?
No.
Yeah, they need to get rid of him. It feels that problematic. Like it's the same thing with Ezra Miller. It's like they should just got rid of the movie, but you spend so much on it. It's like too bad.
Yeah, I mean you can't. It's all these other people, right? That was a part of the movie, so you're gonna make them lose money.
But if their backup plan is to go with Doctor Doom, I am more than okay with that.
Hell yeah, because I never really knew anything.
They fired him. Marvel fired him today.
Yeah,
no, we're saying if they switch and make Doctor Doom the big bad.
Yeah, that's like the best alternative you could probably come up with. Next
The biggest baddie.
Go suggest this. Maybe not Doctor Doom, but maybe also Magneto.
Well, what some people that would be really good. But
I'm gonna tell you what. The biggest baddie that everybody needs to team up to fight is Onslaught.
Oh,
yeah, they'll never do that.
Or this one, Galactic.
Galactus. I can see
because then they could bring in Silver Surfer.
Yeah, that I can see that, and they don't have to really do X-Men.
They said Silver Surfer's gonna be a girl.
But what people were saying though is they could just do the multiverse, which I wouldn't like. They could just
I'm so tired of multiverse.
No, so here's the thing. Think about it. So ISO, this is what people are saying. So we've all seen what he looked like, right? But they could just say the multiverse, that wasn't the real him, and then have a different actor be the real him. I think I wouldn't like that because
that could work, but it's weird to do it that way.
But anyway, all right. So moving on, pull this up. All right. So what we looking at?
I meant to bring this up last week, but we got into the whole Game Awards. But before we get into this, if you see in that bottom right corner, that actually happened. That went down. James McCaffrey, the voice of Max Payne, he died of cancer.
Well, like 64, right? He was like 64?
65, yeah.
65?
That sucks.
But yeah, this report is referring to there's some kind of clause in the Bungie Sony contract stating that if Destiny 2 or the final shape doesn't pan out or make money or whatever, Sony can basically step in, kick all the higher ups in Bungie out, and completely can take control of the entire company.
Basically just consume them because like, hey, you guys haven't met your obligations, so we're taking over to try to make
which Bungie signed and agreed to.
Yeah, but you know what's weird though? So here's what's weird. So Sony paid extra money to keep their developers and stuff, right? Sony wanted to use them to help them make their multiplayer games better, but now they're failing on their own they're doing bad on their own multiplayer games. So it's kind of like, did Sony waste their money?
Yeah, this is the reason why Last of Us got canceled.
That's true.
I feel like I feel like it was a waste because these guys did make a pretty good game with Destiny 2.
No, they made a good game with Destiny 1. Destiny 2 is a failure.
Destiny 2. Okay, put it best. The Destiny games. they haven't been.
It was rough in the beginning.
Failure
Definitely,
since
I'll
launch.
say it was. Launch was. Oh god, it was disgusting. After a year and a half, it came back up.
At the end of the day, it's like whatever. Let
so,
Sony take over.
Wait, did you say a year to year and a half it took to come back up? God damn.
Yeah, bro, it was
Yeah.
rough. I don't know what the hell they
It
were
was
thinking with
rough.
that game, bro. I was like, what is this nonsense, bro?
Smith.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was
That's the
trash,
guy
bro.
Sony needs to kick out. Is Luke Smith.
Yeah.
He's the one that ruined freaking Destiny.
well, guys, hold up real quick. I got a old friend of the show, man. This guy had a really successful channel. He disappeared, came back. I don't know what the hell he's doing in life now, but I always liked this guy, and I gotta bring in none other than my man Ace. Yo, Ace, what's up, man?
What's up?
Bro, what are you doing on a Monday night? Just popping in on the Cowboy. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? How are you?
I've been good, man. You? How's the business and everything? How's the family?
Everything's good, man. Things are going quite okay. Quite okay.
Hey, man.
I always want to hop in here, but been busy. Just want to say shout outs to you. I watched the video a while ago with you meeting up with Holtz and
Purple Haze.
What's the name? That was epic, bro. Seriously. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see the community come together. I guess like I've never got on to say that, you know, how much I like that, but it's a dope video, man. It's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, man. I admire a lot of you guys, man, and I would like to meet a lot of people. And so my thing is, if I'm ever in somebody's area, even though Jersey and I live in the same state, he'll never want to meet up. But yeah, man, if I'm
I don't blame him.
Area, man, so I'll probably meet ISO before I meet Jersey. But
probably.
But yeah, man, that was cool.
You missed your chance. I was in Jersey like a month or two ago.
I think you told me you was coming to Jersey. How come
I was busy. There is no way though. Like there is absolutely no way for it to actually happen. Yeah, there's no way.
Yo, let me ask you though. What's I guess I wanted to check. What's your goal with the channel? Where you at? Like, what are you covering these days, bro? I see like
he's the king of content.
Nah, he's the king of upload.
What I did with the king of uploads. What I did with the channel is I'm hard-headed, and I know you're supposed to do one thing and go with it, but I just figure it's my social time, to be honest with you. I do it for fun. So what I did was I was trying to merge everything together, and it was driving some people crazy. So I said, okay, fine. I'm listening to some people. I'm still going to do my thing the way I want it. So I'm not going to listen to the professionals that tell me I'm doing it wrong, but I'm listening to people who actually view the channel and want to be a part of the channel. So Mondays is only gaming. So we're only going to talk gaming. We got a little into Marvel, but we only talk gaming on Mondays. Tuesday is only reality stuff. So we could discuss aliens, whatever's going on in the world, relationships. So I segregated that to that. Wednesdays is my wrestling league. I've been doing that for almost a year now. So we've been playing every Wednesday, unless I can't make it for whatever reason. I switched to a different day. And we play the WWE games. And then Thursday is my Let's Get Random Thursdays. It's just made for a random, if somebody like, oh, you should play this game, and maybe I'll interview somebody, or maybe if I got nothing, I'll just take the day off. And so that's what my live streams have become. I still do movie review. Every time I go to movies, I still do a movie review. I still vlog stuff. I still do product reviews. So it's still what I want it to be, which is I want to do whatever I want. But it's a little more it has a little more
diversity.
And a little more it's a little more followable format for my live streams. So if you just go to the homepage and scroll down, you'll see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and they actually are its own type of content for each day. So it's like a network kind of.
Yeah. So you're just having fun with it.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, we
Hold on. I got a call coming. I'm gonna hop off and hop back on.
Okay, cool. Guys, gotta give a shout out to Ace, man. He was definitely one of the biggest channels in cloud gaming. Like everybody would go watch his channel. He had Cloud Gaming Extreme, and that was literally one of the biggest cloud gaming channels. He was a pioneer in the community, and him popping in every so often is cool. He actually eventually his home life took control, and he sold the channel. Then he got the channel again, and I don't even know if he still got the channel. But anyway, I wanted to thank him for popping in. It's cool.
Yeah, you
But
showed
anyway,
xCloud running on a watch, and all the Xbox fans went
yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they had a really. I mean, his channel was really successful. A lot of views.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Back to this. So
What a surprise.
I'm kind of doubtful about this or skeptical because if y'all remember when Bungie was owned by Activision, they broke the contract with Activision. They promised them 10 years with Destiny, and they broke that contract, and they had to pay some of that money back to them.
Yeah.
Then they went
Contracts are like
independent.
hearts.
Then they went independent, and they assured the Destiny community that we can now, publish our own games. We have that kind of resources now, thanks to the Destiny community. So when these leaks came out of the layovers or the layoffs or whatever, they were like, "Oh, Bungie signed with Sony because they had to, because they were going under or whatever." So they basically lied to the Destiny community about, having the funds to publish themselves.
My thing is this. I don't, let me ask you guys this. Do you guys think Bungie would be able to handle Destiny and other games? Because for so long they only had Destiny. So, and I feel like Destiny got a lot of flack for falling under, trying to make a comeback. So do we think they could really have Destiny and multiple games? That I don't think they can.
I mean, if I'm hearing it took a year and a half for this game to be good, hell no. My thing is, if Sony can make it better, fuck it, let Sony do their thing then.
Exactly.
Yeah, but here's my scary thing. Sony, I mean, the word, again, I don't know, but the word was Sony wanted to utilize them to make their online games better, meaning that they're not good with online games. So how the hell is Sony going to make Bungie Destiny
I was just going to say that Sony's going to tear this thing down.
I think
not going to. Hold on.
Go ahead.
It's not going to be a good thing. Okay, Bungie, I believe, could do it. I don't know what's going on with the layoffs. It's not my business. I don't care. I just want to play Destiny. I gave it a break 7 months now. You know what I mean? Because it was just not where it's going to be. They need to have people that know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like just like Iso said, he mentioned like that. I mentioned before that it took a year and a half to get it right now. Forsaken brought it back, to the content and what to do and how to do it, get guns and all that crap and rank, whatever. Moving forward, it's really dry right now. I heard it was dry. It's not really where it's supposed to be. And it's like, FCAT mentioned it, my boys mentioned it. So I'm like, that's why I'm not coming back to Final Shape, man. If Final Shape comes out to be grand, yeah, I'm going to stick with it for like 6 months. But if it's not, then, but to be real, man, like the players always supported them over the years. That is not their problem that Bungie cannot put this game out to where it should be. Right. Theoretically, I think they really could have multiple games and run it the way they should be, but I don't know. They need talent. I don't think they have it.
To me, Final Shape is basically it. That's the end of Destiny as a franchise. Like,
it's
just
the
end it
final
right there.
shape of the game.
Just end it.
It's the final shape.
No Destiny 3. We don't need another Destiny 3 because they can't support.
They're never going to make it. Listen, I don't know where people got this on Twitter, and I actually said this to somebody on Twitter. Somebody said, "Yo, I can't wait for Destiny 3," and he had like a whole bunch of reasons. I said, "Bro, Destiny 3 ain't coming out. They said that already. They're not making a Destiny 3. You know what I mean?" So what they're doing, FK, this, is that they're making episodes after the Final Shape expansion. They're just gonna make little episodes. Keep it going, keep it moving, keep it pushing. But after that, that's dead. It's completely gone.
Yeah,
My thing with Destiny is that my fear is that they don't know what to do. Meaning,
they don't.
They made a great product and then it got stale. But I don't think they know how to. I think this is the thing, right? To make it not stale, you're gonna have to really switch it up. But I think they're afraid to lose the people that's been invested all these years. Because if you change it too much, then you're gonna lose a fan base. But then you might get new people. But then if you mess it up too much, and then the new people don't want it either. So I feel like, man, Destiny is in a catch-22. Like, what do we do to make it better? Like, could we even, like, George, you played for a long time, so did I. Like, I don't really know what I could say. Like, I don't even think there's anything they could do to bring me back. So, like, what, like, if you could, I've been out longer than you. So you've been out just 7 months. I've been out for like 5-6 years. So what would you say they could do to make it better and will bring you back? Like what could they do?
They need to cater to the hardcore, situation. I don't mean to put labels on it, but it's like they're catering too much to the not so much into Destiny players. I would say casuals, but it is what it is. But they're like catering to people who don't really play it a lot. You know what I mean? Who really put time and effort into this game. This game is very repetitive. We all know this. It's very repetitive. Now, I believe if they went to a bigger scale, more exploration, space battles, do something else with this game, they could have done that, but they don't. What did they do, Cowboy, FCAT, and everybody else? They brought back Taken King. I love that raid. They brought back Vaulted Glass. I love that, but you're bringing back old content and you're charging for it, or bringing it back free. But we already what are we doing just to get some skins? You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. Like,
yeah, for me, the thing they need to do, they need to fix the new light thing. They need to fix like new players to Destiny story campaign thing, because right now what they have is horrible. You can't understand what's going on if you're a new player.
Like they don't have a tutorial.
If you're trying to play Destiny 2 right now, brand new, good luck understanding anything going on.
Like they don't hold your hand. Like they don't tell you what to do first.
They completely took out. Destiny 2 launched the Red War.
The launch-based game, yeah.
Red War.
I don't know why. Stupid. You know what I mean? I
don't. But to be fair, the game been going on for so much, and the game isn't like linear where like, oh, you just do this. I mean, they got like they allow you to jump around, so that's hard, right? Because you can do
wild.
You could be into Crucible, you could be into
Gambit, you can be in Rage, Strike, Nightfalls, everything, Grandmasters, Legendaries, all that crap. Like,
so if you just start from right now, you'd be looking like, all right, what do I do? Okay, so how do I start the story? You're like, oh, you don't have to. You're like, what does that mean, right? Because if you're into a traditional game,
it's overwhelming to a new player. It's just not.
But at the same time, it's too much. Cool that you got so much. It's still cool that you got so much, but at the same time, yeah. So it's like that's why I said catch-22. It's good, but then it's like they're hurting themselves with what they made. They probably didn't know this was gonna happen, but
I feel bad for that guy. Who's that guy that makes the videos now? I forgot his name.
Cactus.
No. Not the YouTubers, the devs. The dev from Bungie.
Joe Blackburn.
Something like that. I feel bad for him. I think
he's the new director.
Yeah, I feel like I think he's a little nervous in his videos. Like he's really trying to. Like,
he took over a garbage fire from Luke Smith.
Yeah, man.
Luke Smith completely ruined the game, ruined the franchise, and he's trying to fix it.
Yep, and I feel bad because he's trying his hardest.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? We was talking the other day, right, Jers, and I was like, I said this on the show, man, this is why Sony probably should leave these live service games alone. Like, don't make a lot. Like, stick to your bread and butter. You make a one and done game. People love it. They move on. You add a little DLC, maybe do a multiplayer mode. Let them want a part 2. But you make a live service game, you got to fuel that thing. You got to keep being creative, and you got to keep giving people content. And people are going to ridicule you because the content isn't good enough. And then they're going to get mad because it's stale. Then they get mad because it took too long for new content. And yeah, man.
So let's say, hold on, real quick. Let's say Sony does take this game over. I don't care who it is, what it is. I don't care who you are. If you guys say this is a Sony game, I'm just gonna laugh at you. That comment's a joke. It's not a Sony game.
Okay, 100% agree with you, because it's like it wasn't developed
Sony families be
by
calling,
Sony.
Sony game. Nah, bro, it ain't.
That's like saying that's like saying Deathloop's a Sony game. It's like, no, it's not. It's not made by Sony.
Yeah, bro. Like,
so real quick, if Sony does take over, which I highly doubt, I think Bungie's gonna break contract before that happens. But if they do, Destiny's gonna stay multi-platform, but Marathon will be up in the air. Matter will be up in the air. Project Gummy Bears will be up in the air. Those will probably be turned into PlayStation exclusives.
I mean, if they break contract, I imagine that none of them will be PlayStation exclusive. Like they're just like, oh, we're just.
I don't think Marathon should
can.
be. I don't know if you were trying to say that, but I doubt it. But I don't think Marathon should be.
Well,
exclusive.
yeah, Marathon already got advertised as multi-platform, so yeah, you're
Very
right.
good.
So
yeah.
Well,
So
look
I
what
don't think
Lion
Marathon
said.
would be.
I agree with this. He said we need a Destiny third-person game, like a side story single player.
God.
I do
Just
like
pick up
third
a
person.
sword and run around third person.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad.
No, yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
hey,
do
it's
like
not that
third
bad, bro.
person. That would be kind of cool, actually. So I would play it.
Yeah.
They just
Dark Kermit says, "Sir, Sony wasn't locked into gas games. They need to hold that L. However, what will they do for multiplayer outside of Call of Duty? Those single player games alone is not a long term start."
No,
Yeah,
they
but
did not give it up. They did real quick. They did not give it up. From what I'm hearing, Concord is still coming. Fair Games is still coming. Possibly Concord's
but
coming
what
next
sounds
year.
like it's like they're downsizing their plans. Like it was
here's the thing,
they were going all in at first, but now they're like, oh wait, with Jim Ryan
because-
gone and The Last of
Think
Us
about
being
it.
where it is.
We're watching a lot of live service games go downhill. So me personally, if I was them, listen, Sony's been killing these one player games right now. Is there more money in live service? Of course, because the game go on and on and on, but still paying people to still come up with new content. And I guess what they want is that hook, right? Oh, if we could have a Destiny, oh, and look what's happening in Destiny. Oh, we could have a Fortnite. If we could, so it's like you play that chance and that risk. And I feel like what happened to the days of us just having a really good multiplayer modes?
And I hope they don't try to make another Destiny kind of game because
no,
you're not going to be Destiny, bro.
Because
Like,
what we
it's not
know
gonna
about Bungie, look, Bungie, just like with Halo, they got tired of Halo. They let it go. They moved on to Destiny. They're getting tired of Destiny.
Of course.
They want something new. That's why they're working on Marathon.
I think Rune here said it best. 90% of live service games fail. They just need to focus on so much consoles as possible and taking that 30% cut. I actually agree with that. You can't get Fortnite money by chasing Fortnite. You gotta do your own thing. You gotta. Cowboy's talking, but I don't hear him.
Sorry, guys. My guy Bobby came in here and said, "Man, what you want from McDonald's?" I'm like, "I ain't eat yet." Hey,
chicken nuggets. That's the best thing at McDonald's.
I don't like chicken, so they won't work.
But
this is definitely interesting. But let's move on from this FCAT.
Oh God, we talking about The Last of Us, aren't we?
You know it's coming.
Actions got canceled.
Ah!
Can we do this real quick? Can we lead into this story with none other than TPG? TPG, tell us how you feel, man.
Sad. Sad, but not surprised.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest. I said in one of my videos, if we don't see this thing by the end of the year, it needs to be canceled. Guess what? We didn't see it at the Game Awards. It got canceled. It sucks. 5 years of hype gone, but at the same time, it's like, you just gotta take an L and move on. And from the sounds of it, sounds like they do have a couple projects in the work. Maybe we'll get Last of Us Part 3. Maybe we'll get new Uncharted. Or who knows, Jack and Daxter or a new IP. The possibilities of Naughty Dog are pretty damn good. But yeah, this L. It's the biggest L they could take. 5 years wasted. But hey, sometimes you just gotta walk away from the table.
I'm proud of you, bro. I thought you was gonna break out and start crying too.
Oh well, I saved my tears for my videos.
Okay, fair enough. What do you guys think though? I mean, me personally, I will say this. Before I got into Destiny, because again, my friend mentioned Destiny to me. I was like, what? And he got me into the alpha, and I fell in love with it. But before that, all I used to play was factions. That's all I played. Like that was my game at the time. Like I played the hell out of it. It was my favorite game at the time. That's all I played. And so I also wanted to see what they could do with a part 2, right? But I was in a small mind of, hey, just give me a part 2 when The Last of Us 2 came out, right? Just a part 2, a little bit upgraded. So they want to go bigger, right? Oh, we want it to be live service, right? And I guess the other one was kind of sort of live service with the whole little week thing kept going on, but not really. But I think honestly, what they said, because I just got to judge off of what they said. What they said was, if we either would have had to turn into a live service game, a studio, because it would have took so much to keep funding this thing and fueling this thing to make it live service and the ambitions that they had, or we had to just completely say we're done and stick to our one player games. And I personally think they're doing great at one player games. It's listen, just have a multiplayer mode. Look at Uncharted, right? And look at the first faction. So me personally, I think if this was going to change their creativity as a studio, it's best for them to just kill it.
Exactly.
You know, so
I'm in the same camp. It's like,
yeah,
I'd rather Naughty Dog stick to their guns than, you know, try to
Yeah.
feed the next Fortnite.
Yep, I agree. What about you, Jers? You want to go down the list?
Well, I'm a little upset. I mean, not much, but I think it's kind of BS because it's like I don't like the fact that when developers say, "Hey guys, we're working on this," they don't say nothing. Haven't seen it personally, and nobody really mentioned it that I seen. If I did, then maybe I missed it. But if they were thinking about canceling, they should have just like never even came up with this thing. You know what I mean? They should have just focused on their own single players, making them as high quality as you can, and that's it. Keep making them. Cool, good for you. But the fact that what 4 or 5 years now, all of a sudden, hey guys, we're just gonna stop and we're just gonna do this. Like there's a big fan base for factions. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they could have done some really cool things, like you said, Cowboy. It could have been with the game in a multiplayer mode. They didn't have to go big, you know, game as a live service. They could have just add a multiplayer mode. This little, you know, little razzle dazzle, maybe like 5 maps, and over time add a couple more, and they could have done that, bro. I think everybody would have been fine with it.
Well, you know the crazy thing is, Jers. So for the Last of Us DLC that's coming out, they have 12 maps. So people think that that's what was gonna be in the other one. So 12 is, like you said, 5, but still. But here's my thing, Jers, because you're a Destiny player. What's your thoughts? Because remember, they was hot on the press about this factions, and they said Bungie told them that it wouldn't be sustainable as a live service game. And that's when they pulled back and didn't show it off at that one game, at that one showcase.
Sounds like Bungie just wanted all the sauce for themselves, bro.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And the irony of Bungie saying that.
Yeah, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, guys, don't do that, because you know it's not good.
No, don't do that, because I'll take away the spotlight from our game.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Get the hell out. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, dude, Destiny's been out for 10 years, bro. 10 years. They wanted all the fame and glory for themselves, bro. What Sony should have done, okay, talk to the heads at Naughty, say, hey, listen, guys, what kind of funds do you need? Do you guys need some help with the studio? Any kind of development teams? Yeah, we need multiplayer teams. Can you give us that? We're gonna need that. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it sucks. 5 years of work down.
Exactly. You don't have to do a lot of services. Like, I don't get it, bro. Stop copying Destiny.
Stop trying to be Fortnite. Stop trying to be Fortnite. Stop trying to be Minecraft. Just be yourself. God damn it.
That's why Anthem failed.
Look how good Call of Duty do with their multiplayer mode. People love it.
No, that's
it's great. I love COD. It's great.
Yeah. So. Call of Duty. And Sony's going to keep getting Call of Duty for at least the next 10 years. Who knows if that.
Well, I'm just saying, as far as a multiplayer mode, right? Remember the days of Resistance multiplayer mode? You beat the story, you just played multiplayer mode. Killzone, like, you know, multiplayer modes can be a lot of fun, you know, and every so often you can add new maps.
Well, that's why I'm excited for the no return mode, because I'm like, man, I would love to see what their idea for like a roguelike survival mode would be, you know, like.
I mean, the God of War one is pretty dope.
Dude, that's fun. I was like, hell yeah. Had to tone it down a little because it was a little too hard for my takes, but if you're an old school God of War fan, you will really like it.
Yeah, but people see, you know, Bungie killed this, but really all Bungie did was come in and say, you know, you're not prepared to withstand like a live service multiplayer game.
Yeah, that's true.
Bungie needs to take some freaking own medicine and then swallow that pill.
Exactly,
because,
right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, they know how to withstand a multiplayer game for, you know, since Halo.
It's, you know, it's funny when you actually go back. The Last of Us Factions original multiplayer is still up and running. I
Yo,
forgot.
Bungie's the type of guy. Bungie's
Yeah.
the type of guy, right? That will have new content, right, guys? And make the map backwards. Guys, it's new, it's fresh, it's a new mission. The
See,
same
it's a
stuff you
new
had
map.
3 months
You
ago,
started the
but in
other way
reverse.
around.
Like, get out of here, man.
You know what's funny, Jers? I always hated when games did that. I never played those maps. I'm like, bro, nah. Yeah, that
I'm
always
going
was-
through. I'm like, isn't this is? Wait a minute. This is. They put it in reverse.
Yeah.
I'm like, you son of a. Crap,
They used to do that with Uncharted though. They had maps like that in their thing. Like,
Didn't,
what was like?
okay, so remind me if I'm correct, but
Mhm.
didn't the Last of Us original factions multiplayer have like DLC with it? Like it had like different maps, and I know for a fact you could buy weapons. And
It was
emotes.
different maps. It was different. I don't remember if there was a new maps as a DLC, but there was a bunch of weapons and stuff like that, and there was cosmetics.
Yeah.
So they did have that. You know, their whole thing was what it was.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, I was gonna say their whole thing was you played. They had like certain weeks, and it was all about getting so much. You had your own
there was that Facebook integration, so like,
Yeah,
it'd be like,
you had to, like,
your friend Rachel's hasn't been to their camp in like X amount of days.
right.
So
So when the weekend, it would see whose camp had more resources, and that camp won that faction, right?
Dude,
That faction won, and then they recycled it, and so it always gave you something to go towards. At the same time, it was pretty violent. Like the kills was pretty cool in the factions. You was like, oh, they was like,
dude, some of those kill animations could be straight up.
What
fucking
sold more,
brutal.
The Last of Us or God of War?
Are we talking about IP?
Yeah, like The
or-
Last of Us. 2, God of War 2018. You know what I'm saying? Well, which one sold more?
I think God of War sold more. If we were
Yeah, I
talking
think
IP, definitely God of War sold more. But
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
who knows, man?
Yeah.
Well, God of War did
Yeah,
actually have multiplayer, if people remember correctly. It's called God of War Ascension. It had its own multiplayer mode.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
Hey, proof of concept though. It was a nice little proof of
Listen, they
concept.
can't say they didn't do. They did it. They can say they did
So
it.
what you're
but it
saying
wasn't.
is now that Sony is definitely not going to make a sustainable multiplayer ever. That's what it sounds like, bro. We're screwed here. We're screwed.
Potentially a live service,
you know
Twisted
what's
Metal.
weird? So
Bro, I don't know what happened, bro.
well,
Like we used to
that
have a lot of
would be good.
multiplayers.
If they do Twisted Metal, yes, I can see them having success with that. But I think what's weird with Sony, and this is just me, I think they purposely can their multiplayer modes specifically. They can't make it first-person shooter games because they was making so much money on Call of Duty. It's kind of like if Sony kept making their own first-person shooter games, that would take people away from Call of Duty. So when people be like, "Oh, all Sony got is Call of Duty," it's like, well, it kind of is their multiplayer first-person game because if they kept Killzone and Resistance, some people would play that and not Call of Duty. So once they killed those, some people did migrate to Call of Duty.
Right.
So I feel like they was like, look, this is making more money. Hey, we're just gonna fuel the beast.
Your Call of
Would
Duty
you
killer was
rather-
called Meg.
Would you rather this come out and it be another Redfall?
No. See, that's where that's where
Wait,
I'm
Cat,
that's
wait.
where-
Factions? Be like Redfall?
Yeah, I don't think that would.
That never
Basically,
would
like
happen, bro.
a multiplayer live service
Nah, bro.
or a studio that's known for doing single player, stepping out of their realm and making a game.
Nope, I still believe it never would have been like a Redfall, bro. Stop it.
Yeah, no,
I think it would have been more successful, but not
I
bad.
think what would
Not that
happen is,
bad.
from what they said, that Bungie told them that it couldn't be sustainable. So I think what they felt was it would have been good, but they wouldn't have been able to keep up with it and make it fresh. Like how you feel like Destiny's kind of old. I think people would be like, damn, how long has it been since they added anything new in the Last of Us factions too?
Oh, I just want to
think
add to everybody here. It's a side note, not taken away from the news or anything, but Skull and Bones is trash. Don't waste your money. It's trash. Waiting all this damn time for this game. It's trash.
Jersey, everybody knew.
I was like I said, I was at work. It's holidays. I'm not shopping. I'm not paying attention. But when I tried the beta, I totally forgot. I was like, wait a minute. I checked my email. I was like, oh crap, it was 3 days ago. I was like, damn, I got like a few hours left. Let me go in and dabble into it, and it was trash.
Mhm.
The animations is garbage. Like, what is this? A freaking late PS3, early PS4 game?
Damn.
It's trash, bro. It's trash.
Yep.
Well,
Did
let's
you
move
say
on
Sea
from
of
The
Thieves
Last
is
of Us,
better?
FCAT. I think we
Probably,
need
yeah.
But I can never
Definitely.
move on from The Last of Us.
No,
All right,
unfortunately, Naughty
I
Last of
Dog.
Us
think we
3 will
got
be out.
to. So A24 teamed up with Kojima. They're gonna make a Death Stranding live action movie.
I could see the reason why I could see that is when they first had trailers for Death Stranding, I was really interested in it because I love sci-fi. And I was like, what? He's walking around with a baby and these shadow things coming out the ground. So it
I
looked
wasn't a big fan.
so sci-fi-ish.
Neither.
That I think I would watch the movie. Well, it
To
depends.
me, I don't think Norman Reedus is gonna be in it.
I don't see how he's not in it. He's
I mean,
that'd be insane.
look at the history of video game movies. They don't follow source material, so
Yeah, but I feel like it almost
Norman
seems like
Reedus
he
wouldn't
has
be
a
in it.
lot of passion for this game. I almost feel like if they was making a game and they could come up, because remember, money still is the thing. So if they was making a movie, not a game, they was making a movie and they could pay him well, I almost feel like he would want to be a part of it.
Then you can't conflict with him with the Walking Dead show or his new Walking Dead show.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. So that is always a thing, conflicts.
What conflict?
But yeah, Walking Simulator the movie.
Cool. I honestly I just don't think Kojima's that damn good. Hot take for everyone out there.
Yeah, Death Stranding was a little weird. I couldn't get into it.
I cannot imagine sitting down for 2 hours trying to understand what the fuck was going on.
No,
I had more fun in the new Ark Ascendant trying to build a cabin for 4 hours. So that says a lot.
I played Death Stranding. I gave it a good solid 3 hours, and I was like, bro, I can't do it. And I know somebody was like, you got to at least give it 4 hours. Like, bro, I shouldn't require 4 hours to really get hooked into the game. I think at 3 hours, I could say that it's not for me. But I mean, I think it'll translate well into a movie, though. Remember, you can't call a movie a walking simulator because it's a movie. You could watch something like Titanic, right? And they get great reviews and they don't do nothing in that. So, I mean, a movie, I think it would probably translate well. Maybe it should have been a movie first.
I don't know, man. Just Kojima, he's a weird man. He has so many great ideas at times, but he just does not know how to filter them properly.
I like his creativity, but I feel like in video games, we want to like play them. And I feel like Death Stranding was so interesting, but you really do nothing. And I think
what makes it good creative is someone who knows how to filter out their ideas and remembers who they're making this for. Kojima seems to get lost, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm trying to make this very, ambitious project." Like, cool, dude, but you gotta remember, the common gamer isn't gonna sit there and look at the water bottle.
I agree with you, but I give him credit. I think he's making a game that he envisions and he want to put out to the world. And so, honestly, this is why I feel like YouTube is crazy, right? Somebody the other day was asking me like, "Oh, what's up with your channel and this and that?" And I was like, the thing is, if I ever you watch the channels that's really big, meaning you could actually live off of it, now you're a slave to your channel because you can't switch up so much because you can't piss people off. We talking about Destiny, right? So Destiny has to give us what we want or we're going to stop. We're going to let go. I think what I give Kojima credit for, he's like, bro, I just want to make the game I have a vision for. And hopefully people like that game I have a vision for. And listen, none of us like the game, but there's people out there that loves Death Stranding. Probably ain't a lot, but I know some people that do like Death Stranding. So I feel like I at least give him credit because he has a vision and he just wanted to make his vision. And I think he even spoke about it too. And he said he knew a lot of people wouldn't like Death Stranding, but it's what he wanted to do. And kudos to you if you make that much money that you could put something out and know it's probably not going to be received that well. But it's what you wanted to do. I think that's more beautiful than you having this super successful game because you got to kind of tweak these successful games to make sure they hit all avenues. Like Jer said, I'm tired of them making games for the people who wasn't really into it. Well, guess what? At some point they have to because they need to bring in new revenue because people eventually fall off of games and then you need new blood to keep spending new money. You know what I mean? But shout out to him for saying, I don't care. I'm just making the game I want. And oh, well. So.
I mean, to me, Death Stranding was graphically amazing.
You just didn't do anything.
Yeah. We ready to move on?
Yeah, let's do it.
This is the part of the show that I love, guys, because we're gonna get PlayStation Gamer all wild up.
Oh damn!
This apparently is actually old.
Yeah.
That's
so
why.
Xbox fanboys brought this up. Now it's spreading like wildfire.
Yeah, and it's false information.
And people aren't fact checking it. That's the thing. So can we? Well, let me before we get to the story, let me back it up a little bit. So if you guys are in the cloud community, specifically a Stadia community, somebody did the same thing. People who didn't like Stadia found Google's policies, and it said that you can't use like the Stadia S. You can't turn it a certain way. They was like, you can't put it in your name. It was a bunch of stuff that's verbiage. Now, what it says is you can't do blah, 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 but they're not going to sue you unless you do something crazy, and people could say like, oh, well, you have Stadia in your name of your channel. So what ended up happening was people was like, oh my God, people's names was like Stadia Vet Gaming, Stadia Pro Gaming. I mean, I've watched so many Stadia this and that change the name of their channel, but kind of find out like this thing was old. It's been around. They didn't just put it out and shock everybody. So same thing with this PlayStation thing is. Oh, go ahead, FCAT, take over.
So my thing is, so I remember when Xbox One launched, and they made it to where you cannot, trade your game in. You can't have your friends play your game.
Just a little correction there, FCAT. They didn't launch with that. They backed out on that when they heard all the negative press about it.
Right. Well, when it launched, that's
no. That was before it launched, FCAT. It was before when they was on stage talking about it's going to launch. That's when Sony
with
came
that
out.
whole you have to go through a partner, a partnered store or whatever to be able to trade in your game and all that stuff. They backed out on that the second they start getting some real fucking flag about it.
But when I saw this, I was like, who's going to notify GameStop, GameFly, eBay, Amazon?
So it's so funny because this has actually been on their terms of service or where the fuck people found this for 10 years now. Yeah, and last time I checked, you can still go to GameStop. You can still go to a game store and, sell your game.
My man, thank you very much.
So they claim they don't enforce this, but they could enforce it.
They're not going to enforce it. How do you enforce something like this?
DRM.
How? Oh, now there's going to be DRM on every physical copy they sell. Come on, man.
Well,
this is one of those things that was there because they had to, cover their ass about something.
Yeah, so they came out later and they said a term is 10 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guy who made the video about it, RGT, he actually made a brand new video talking about it. He was like, oh, I didn't know this was, old. Although it is weird. It specifies PlayStation 5. It's like, so did they update this at one point?
But what does that really mean? Let's read into the context. Like, that's not you selling it to your friends or you selling it to GameStop. That's not what they're saying at all.
I don't see how you could resell a game because you already bought the game, reselling it's already like, okay, I'm gonna take this game and sell it to someone else now.
Like scalping, probably.
So check this out. It says Sony's game release policy isn't new, has remained the same since 2013. So 10 years ago. So I just want to put
it's right there at the top. Look, read it. It's right there up top. It says it.
Oh, no, Sony isn't stopping you from reselling PlayStation games. Sony game resale policy in its software usage agreement has remained the same.
Wasn't there like an old tweet getting brought up like Shohei Yoshida saying like, oh, we're not going to stop you from reselling your old games too? I'm pretty sure there was a tweet, something like that from Shohei.
Well, remember, they walked across the stage and...
Yeah, they had that video.
Yes. They said, hey, this is how you trade games. This is how you let your friend borrow a game and hand the disc. So, I mean, they did that live, if people don't remember that.
Yeah, that was a backhand. That was a backhand Xbox One.
Correct. That's why they did it.
You guys want to see how you trade a game on PlayStation? Thanks.
Well, I don't buy disc anymore, so going digital for me.
What do you think it is? Of course.
They might be referring to scalping, like I said.
Oh no, we gotta stop all 5 scalpers who are selling physical video games these days.
Hey, the scalpers all over the PlayStation portal right now.
You know what they should say is you can't resell your PS5. That might actually scare the scalpers a little. But yeah,
it's crazy though. How this thing grew like crazy. I know it's fueled by the console wars. I was looking on Twitter. I'm like, man, everybody is talking about this.
Yep.
I literally had a video made and everything about this. How this almost made me wonder.
Xbox fans thought they had a W.
Damn, it said
they thought they had
Avatar's Frontier or Pandora is 40% off 12 days after release.
Yeah, I've been playing it, and it's just it's crazy because it's just like Starfield, but it's a little bit funner than Starfield. Starfield's
little bit of console warring going on. Monkey Boy, which he hates PlayStation. Every time he comes on here, he got something to say about PlayStation because he think it hurts me somehow. But he said, remember when the Stadia executives left? Now the executives are leaving Sony and heading to Xbox. The writing is on the wall. The cracks are forming. 2024 is going to be a rough year. And 2025.
Hey, Monkey Boy, go do yourself a favor. Start flinging some shit in your own face.
Damn.
I've said this before though, and I'll say this right here on this podcast: the day Sony is bought out by another company or leaves gaming in general, is the day I retire from video games. Period.
Yeah, because you can't back out your name, PlayStation Gamer.
Well, it's not just that. It's like, I feel like they are kind of like the last bastion of old school single player driven games.
Well, I'm pretty sure PlayStation can be out, but the development's still going to be there. So there'll be development games for PC, and that's where I'm going to be. So I don't care.
That's a fair point. Maybe I won't retire then. Maybe I'll just become a PC gamer.
That's it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care what company dies, continues, be bought, sold. I just like to play.
They need to stop. People need to stop saying, "Yo, you playing Xbox?" No, I'm playing games on Game Pass.
Correct.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't need an Xbox. I can just play it on my phone. I can play it anywhere. You know what I mean? Technically, we need a PlayStation to play our games, so they can say whatever they want.
Yeah, ask anybody any of the new games that came out for Xbox, and ask me did I play them, and then be like, oh. When did you buy your Xbox? I don't own an Xbox, but I played all the same games you played too.
No ready for the Xbox news?
Oh, are we gonna talk about how Baldur's Gate 3 is?
So first, we don't know if Blade's gonna be exclusive.
No
it might
way.
be.
No way.
And I hope it is.
So
why? Why would Disney let that be exclusive? They want to make money.
Because Microsoft got the money to handle.
Yeah. So the original trailer didn't show anything Xbox or whatever. Then Xbox finally put a video out on their channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's no video for it on PlayStation's channel. Basically, what I'm thinking, this game is too far out.
Yep.
For them to say anything about it.
It's like Wolverine was 3 years ago. Remember that? They didn't even come out yet, so
they're under NDA. They're under NDA, not to say whether it's not exclusive.
Okay, but to be fair,
but everybody wants them to say it's exclusive to have that bragging rights.
I will say this in Insomniac's case, it's going to be PlayStation exclusive because it's PlayStation making it.
Right.
PlayStation is if kumbaya, my lord, let's all hold hands and eat fruit snacks. That's Microsoft right now. Trying to be everyone's friend, but pissing me off along the way.
Well,
yeah, Xbox declines to comment whether or not Blade
is. Microsoft trying to future-proof themselves, man. I give them credit for that.
Microsoft
I mean, so what if if Xbox did have this thing? I don't see a problem with that. Because you know what? I'm gonna probably play it on PC anyway.
There is no problem because PlayStation's got Spider-Man. Y'all got Wolverine.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Give one to Xbox, bro.
Yeah, you get like the B-list character.
And you know what? I actually like Blade, so I'll probably play it anyway. So.
Oh,
but it's not Wesley Snipes playing
it. Apparently, Blade is bigger than Wolverine and Spider-Man.
Whoa. F that. Now,
But you know what? Though? Yeah. For real. Yo, but check
now,
this
you
out, bro.
said some silly things.
Yeah, you guys gotta stop laughing. Stop laughing.
Silly, man.
Stop laughing. Stop laughing. It can happen.
No, it can't.
Yes, it can.
Blade is gonna be bigger than Spider-Man.
Blade is bigger than Spider-Man and Wolverine. That's what he said. He didn't say it could be. He said it is.
Oh, he's so full of shit. He's seen daylight.
I'm just saying, the game itself could be so.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
and I could also fart out a pixie and shit out rainbows. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Listen. People talk about factions, and then we're gonna get it, and look what happened. So don't laugh.
Save
that laugh later on.
Until something happens, you can't say it is right. You can't.
Severin's
say
right, man.
This is gonna be like we don't know, right?
Yo, Severin is right. He says Blade is way more badass. He's absolutely right.
Oh, cool.
Bro.
He's badass. He's badass.
Oh, stop it! Stop it right now.
TPG was right. Like he's the B-lister Marvel character.
What?
Yeah.
Blade is dope, though. I don't care.
Yeah, Blade is a B-list character for Marvel. Spider-Man is like your double S tier or triple S tier.
And it didn't win Game of the Year, so come on now.
Oh, did Starfield win Game of the Year? Did it?
Don't care. Don't care.
Oh, you don't care.
Oh, I don't care.
What was TPG,
Listen. My game, Elden Ring, won Game of the Year last year. I'm happy.
You know what game won Game of the Year? My Game of the Year, Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, I could say that God of War 2018 won Game of the Year, and The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 won Game of the Year. Those are two games.
God of War 2018. You meant God of War 2018, not God of War Ragnarok.
No, I said God of War 2018 is what I said.
Okay, yeah, because those did win.
No.
Yeah.
As far as the movies go, Blade 1 and 2 were awesome. Blade 3 was horrible. I don't know.
Ryan Reynolds before Deadpool.
I don't know about the new Blade. Like that thing's up in the air. Apparently,
Yeah.
it's still coming
Blade
out.
and Spawn.
Spawn is my second favorite comic book character, and I used to be a super big fan of the Blade.
No,
movie.
I'm glad. Yo, I'm glad he brought it up. Spawn would be amazing looking right now, wouldn't it? That'd be dope.
Well, here's what's cool. Well, it sucks, but forever Todd McFarlane was working on the new Blade movie, and Jamie Foxx was playing Al Simmons, but I guess that fell off because he would have did a great job, I think.
Imagine if Blade comes to Xbox and they a couple years from now they say Spawn's coming to PlayStation. That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
What comic
Listen, I don't
book?
care who make the game.
Because everybody be fighting over who's better. Like
Image.
And now they got Spawn in Call of Duty.
They got Spawn in Call of Duty.
Yeah, somebody would say that. Keep your game. We have them in Call of Duty.
All right, we ready to move on? Because TPG mentioned this earlier. Baldur's Gate 3 is not coming to Game Pass.
Read that quote for me there, FCat. Just
we made
Why
a
is that
big
even
game,
a thing,
so
though?
I think there's a fair price to be paid for that. Why it's a thing, Jersey? Because nowadays hardcore Xbox fans want every game on Game Pass, or else they're not gonna play or buy it. But for some reason, they were pretty quiet when Larian said this, and they went out and they bought the game. Now it's the #1 top paid and played game on Xbox.
It's kind of like when they tell you have to go out and buy the game. People go out and buy the damn game instead of using a glorified blockbuster.
You will buy what you feel like is worth to you, right? If you feel there's value, you'll buy it. But look what Jenna Hayes said. Jenna Hayes said, "Cowboy, did you see Digital Foundry comparison of Baldur's Gate 3 on PS5 versus Series X? It looks like PS5 is the better version."
Yeah, from what I heard, that's a quicker load time.
From what I heard, Series S does not have the split screen.
Series S, I think a Series S that doesn't have the split screen. I thought you said X. So
damn, my man said, Monkey Boy said, by the time Blade gets released, PlayStation will be bankrupt.
Sure, and I'll also fucking have gold coming out of my armpits the same day. Gotta lift my arms up.
It might happen.
Damn, he said Starfield wasn't nominated 7 times to be humiliated every time.
Okay, let's be fair here. Most of those fucking categories, it wasn't going to win. Come on.
Yeah, I know the same people that's made Redfall is making Blade.
No, so that's a misunderstanding. So Arcane Austin made Redfall. Arcane Lyon, which is in France, made it's making Blade. They made Deathloop and Dishonored and stuff like that.
I said PC won't win Game of the Year. What do you mean? First of all, PC didn't win Game of the Year. Stadia won Game of the Year. So you might want to get in line.
Technically, it is a Stadia game, so.
And Stadia is technically a console, not a PC. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, so I don't know what the hell these people talking about.
Yeah, you might want to sit down, son.
But yeah, no surprise.
So
no
I
surprise.
love Sony, but the writing's on the wall. All divisions are bleeding cash after Christmas. That list will include PlayStation itself for the first time. They're shutting down Xperia. Well, Xperia's been not doing good forever. I got one friend that was always into the Xperias. I used to be like, bro, why do you get those phones? But, you know.
I don't know, man. People are just, they're trying to console war. Monkey boy, you just console warring right now. And just like a regular monkey, I'm going to kick you to the side and throw my feces at you.
All right, we're ready to move on.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
So Microsoft exec hints at a free ad-supported Xbox Cloud Gaming.
This isn't the first time, by the way, we've heard about this.
Yeah, I know that's true.
Yes, at first we heard about it as a free. No, it was in-game ads or something like that.
I think I know for a fact I heard about there being a 3-tier instead of the 2-tier.
Where the lowest tier
would have ads.
About that. And everybody was making videos about it.
No, this would be good.
Let me help them out real quick. I didn't get to read further, but I literally own the very first Spawn book and the first 350 issues of Spawn. You know how much money I'm sitting on right now? And some of them I didn't even open yet. But Image owns Spawn, just so you know. Image is their own company as well.
Because I'm pretty sure Spawn's like, he's not a Marvel character?
No, he's Image.
No,
Image is like DC and Marvel.
So,
Image is their own thing.
Kind of like how Invincible's like more independent than, you know.
No.
Who said Spawn was under Marvel or DC?
No. So there's like Marvel, DC, Image, variant.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Image is just like Marvel and DC. They're their own comic book platform.
Yeah.
The only thing Marvel owns from Spawn is they bought the rights to the angel Angela. So Angela is now a character in Marvel. So Jim, what's his name? I forgot the dude who made Angela, but he left and became a writer for Marvel. So they did a deal so he could take his character with him. So all them episodes that I got with Angela, man, those things. I don't even know how much money I'm probably sitting on right now with the Spawn comic books. It's quite crazy.
So real quick, what y'all think about this? Would y'all deal with ads to have free xCloud?
No.
Oh, say it again.
Would you deal with ads to have free xCloud?
I mean, if it was free, yeah, I'd do it. Because I don't really play my Xbox stuff. Like, I feel bad, FCAT. I'm going to say it. You did gift me a month of Game Pass, and I only played it that one day and never went back to it. Because there was really nothing I wanted to play. But if it was free, then I could just pop in every now and then, and I wouldn't be wasting my money.
You like Remnant 2?
Huh?
You like Remnant 2?
Which game?
Remnant 2.
No, not really. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't that into it. What I learned is I sometimes will get sidetracked playing games that I'm really not that into, just to try, and that's what I use GameFly for. You know, just to play those random games that I want to see what they're like. And then it's like, so I got GameFly and Game Pass, and now trying all these random games, at least with GameFly, which is weird when I say this, but the game, I'm going to send it in the mail. They're going to take a while to send me my new one, and then I'm off to playing my current game while I wait to the other one. It's like a perfect balance. But with Game Pass, all the games are there for you. I can just play them, and then I get bored. I'm like, okay, now I'm done. Like, I end up playing all the games I want to play in one sitting, and I'm like, and then I'm just done.
Well, I mean, this kind of This is good. I mean, I would deal with it as a free rider, I guess. GFN free tier, you have to sit there and wait, and you can only play for like an hour, and you start it over, and you gotta wait again. That's kind of like the bar of how free tiers should be.
Yeah, I think it serves its purpose. I think so when you think of tiers, free tiers, some people financially like look, we know what's his name? Proto. He's a young kid, right? He's like 16 years old. I think he's 16 now. So for him, he goes off and on in a job. He was just complaining earlier, like, oh, the one game isn't free anymore. So a free tier will help some people out. It definitely serves a purpose. So just if we don't want to pay or use it because it's free with ads, but some people will use it. I know I would.
Yeah.
I mean, because now with xCloud, you gotta sit there and wait minutes for the little damn ship to fly across the screen. Might as well show me an ad while I'm waiting.
Exactly.
You know what? I want to throw this idea out there. I want to see an Invincible game. And I could play as Omni-Man, going around killing people. I just want that in my life.
Yeah, it's called Mortal Kombat 1. Anyway,
but I can't fly in it. I can't fly in that game. So
just play Prototype.
Anyway, guys, I'm Urban's forcing me to bring this up, but yeah, Xbox Cloud Gaming came to the Meta Quest 3.
That's cool.
How's that work with VR?
Like a giant TV.
Oh, okay.
It's really nothing impressive. It's kind of cool. Okay, you got added more games. That's great. Nothing really.
You know, I just love how they're available on so many of these platforms, and yet they are still dry as hell when it comes to games. Just weird.
Yeah, it's just a big screen in front of your eyes to get you.
Yeah, that's literally what it looks like right there. It's just like a screen in front of the other screen.
Just the thing, if you're into it, it's cool for you. If you're not, then you're not the target audience. It's just simple as that. Like Jer said, it's nothing groundbreaking, but it gives some people a little bit of extra.
I think Cowboy's familiar with that.
Now,
he bought a Portal.
Doc Dark said this means Xbox is now VR. I highly disagree.
Yeah,
it's not VR.
Xbox needs to come out with their own headset.
Right.
VR
but it's not VR. It's not VR. You're just playing the game in a bigger screen. That's all you're doing.
In front of your eyes.
Talk about reaching. Just
yeah, it is reaching. But just for some context, Alliance said Image also does Omni-Man and Ninja Turtles.
Really? Did I know that?
Give us a new Ninja Turtle game. Let's go.
The Ninja Turtles came to Fortnite, and there is that Last Ronin game in development. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh.
So we had our ISO do a video on this.
Yeah, but the Last Ronin. Hold on, wait, George, you heard of the Last Ronin, right?
Yeah.
The best Ninja Turtles comic out there.
Is it gonna be grimy though? Is it gonna be dark? You know what I mean? Or is it gonna be like a PG?
Oh, guaranteed.
No, it's supposed to be dark. Yeah, it's supposed to be dark.
Supposed to be dark. Yeah, the next thing, guys, there's a rumor going around. Xbox is coming out with another console.
Oh, great!
You know, I tweeted to somebody, whatever they said. I said, dude, listen, man, they don't even, they can't launch games in 60. You know, this is supposed to be the most powerful console in the world. Why do you need another one? And you can play literally any game from their platform anywhere. Why are you making another console already?
So I don't.
So they can launch games in 60.
Oh man!
The funny thing is, they're actually going to advertise this with 8K again.
Oh my god! Get out of here!
Which never got turned on in the first.
Well, the average person doesn't even have an 8K TV, let alone probably a 4K already.
They turn it on.
What's the basis of this rumor, though? Like, is this thing credible, or this is just like?
So they scrapped the Stadia, all digital Series X thing with the cloud controller and all that. Remember that we brought that up a couple months ago. So they canned all that. Apparently, this is the next gen console that they're coming out with. They're not going to compete with PS5 Pro. They're competing against PS6.
That's
Before
stupid.
the PS6 is even a thing.
That's stupid.
Now, I remember
Well, you know what'd be
Phil
cool?
Spencer
Is to
saying
say,
no mid-gen refreshes, no nothing. Series XS, that's it.
So it seems like Xbox is going to make a console for some reason every 3 to 4 years now.
No, they're out of the console market.
Why are they making another console then?
It's a
Because
rumor,
this shit's
I
gonna
mean.
become like cell phones, man. One every couple years.
Nah,
Here's a new Xbox.
no way.
Here's a
That's
new
why-
Xbox.
Nope, that's why I'm going to PC, bro. If they keep, nope, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, but even with
But,
PC, you're buying new parts and new cards every other
That
year.
is
Yeah, but you don't have to do it as frequent as Microsoft's
Whoa,
making
not every
consoles.
year. I don't know who said that. You don't buy a card every year, every other year, bro.
yeah, but
4 or 5 years.
To be fair though, with PC, when you think of it, right? Let's say you don't buy it every year, but when you finally do buy that next card, you might as well have been paying for them for a couple of years because that new card is expensive as hell. To be fair,
I'm gonna get the 5080, but
the thing is, you'll at least see hopefully, because I remember when it came out with the 3080, people was like, bro, it ain't even that big of a difference. But at least they push the boundaries. But I think the problem is though, gaming and stuff is like, let's say you get the 5080. What game are they gonna make that you're gonna blow away the games that's already now? And then what monitor do you have to have? You know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, at that point, are you just playing?
see, the difference is, right? I'm gonna tell you something, man. The difference is a lot of people know this already. You can look it up. Do your own thing. See, I remember how I don't know if you guys know P Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Porter Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of like his content. I watch it every now and again. But there's one thing I highly disagree with. It was like last week I was watching. He's talking about the PS6. Give me Ultra or give me nothing. I'm like, bro, this is not a PC, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. You can't get Ultra settings in a console. I don't know what ground you're talking about, like a 4K.
Well,
Let's say
the standards change once the
hold on. This is
consoles are
what
out.
I'm talking about. If I'm talking to the PC owners, because if you don't have a PC, you don't even know what I'm talking about. 4K. What do we got? Right? PS5 has 4K, right? Is it mid range? Is it high? Is it at Ultra now? No, it isn't. Like 5080, Cowboy, I'm gonna tell you right now, 3080 or 3070, I can play in 4K Ultra at 60 to 80 frames. PS5 will never hit that. Ever.
So I don't even know what 4K Ultra means. So.
4K Ultra is very, very highly detailed.
Okay.
Like you can see shadows from the trees all the way in the back. Like,
But the
crisp.
source Reforged Gaming, show me a PC build under the price of a console that
You
would
won't.
be more powerful than a console.
You won't.
Yeah, but no, what Jersey's saying is you're paying that money you're gonna spend is gonna be worth it. So that's what he's saying.
Because Joe Blow, 9 out of 10, is gonna choose the console over making a PC.
That's perfectly fine.
Or buying
That's perfectly fine. But I think what Jersey's saying, to your point, FCAT, is that if you want to if you're trying to beat the price of a console to get a PC, then you're doing it wrong. I'm kind of like Jersey. If I'm gonna get into something, I'm just spending the money. That's why I was
man. Like I'm gonna get the PS5 Pro. I don't care. Why, Cowboy? Why? Because it's a better version of the PlayStation 5. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, if they don't have quality mode at 60, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna waste time. I want quality mode at 60. Performance steadily 120 if you have the capability.
Right.
Like I don't want to hear this 30 and 60 anymore. I'm done.
No more 30 FPS. 60.
I'm done with
it. Imagine if they make a statement. So listen, imagine if they make a statement that our machine is made to where you can have 1080 60. Period. Right? That's right. So that would be a good buy-in. That would be a reason to say, you know what? I will buy this because. But again, they have to make the thing that developers, because then you couldn't blame it on the hardware. You would have to blame it on the developers. Developers would have to say, well, we didn't want to do it because blah, blah, blah. You know
so I got a little pushback for you, Jers. You say you're tired of 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're hype about GTA 6, which they're claiming is going to be 30?
On PS5 or whatever. I got a PC though, right? That's where I'm gonna play, bro.
PC anytime soon.
Nah, bro.
Didn't they say it wasn't coming to PC for a while though? Right?
That's what I'm saying. If it, bro, let me tell you something. GTA 6 is not gonna launch in 30, bro. It's gonna be 30 probably, but they're gonna have a 60 FPS mode, bro.
I think so too. I think so too.
Every game should have a performance and graphics mode. Period.
PS5 does. I don't know about
compromise.
Xbox. PS5 definitely does.
Well, PlayStation 6,
Redfall,
their first party games have that.
Yeah, the first party games. Yeah. I will say this though. I wanted to real quick comment with the guys that was going back and forth in the comments that I was looking about the about YouTube Premium. I will say this: for years, like forever, I just got YouTube Premium maybe a year ago, and I never looked back either. I do love it.
Same.
I don't remember how much it costs. I'm not bragging, so people are like, oh, you don't care about $12, $50. But usually in my bank account, if something's under $50, I don't write it down. So I don't know how much
it went up
because it's not $50. I don't know how much
definitely went up.
I got
the subscriptions cost if they're less than $50.
I think there's right now a trial going on where you get 3 months for free. Because that's what I've been doing. YouTube Premium.
Yeah, so I will say when I finally did it, I do love it. It is kind of cool. So for me, so I just seen them going back.
Don't have to sit there and listen to the same 5 ads playing over.
You know I'm gonna be mad.
Videos.
So I'm gonna read Severan's comment. He says GTA 6 isn't announced for PC. Yeah, we all know that, but the point is, are they gonna have cross save? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that gonna be an option? I hope it is.
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then I'm not even gonna touch it, bro. Like I'm probably not even gonna touch it because I don't want to start a multiplayer character all over again. I'll probably just play for the campaign on PS5.
Oh yeah, I got you.
So this is a fan animation I posted in the private chat. It's looks really good.
Man, I thought this was like some legit thing.
No, it's a fan animation.
Make sure it's 1080p, man.
Quiet! No more talking.
Well, one, I don't want to give away the story, so let's.
Yeah.
So the story
I already know.
I put it in there just in case if you guys were interested. Like,
I already read the comment.
Oh, you did? Okay, gotcha, guys. Yeah. So you know which turtle is left alive. Yep. Don't say it.
Don't say it
I'm not going to say it out loud, but yeah. I'm still going to play it, because I actually physically want to, go through that story.
Right. So if you guys don't know, there's a story for the Ninja Turtles called The Last Ronin, and 3 of the turtles got murdered. They got killed, and 1 turtle is still alive. And so he mastered all of the turtles' weapons. So the game is going to allow him to have all the 4 weapons.
Yeah, but you can play as the other turtles that were killed, and like I'm gonna assume flashback sequences, kind of thing.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah.
Dude, I've been a Turtles fan, but it's like I always wanted them to have that kind of dark, depressing story. That I heard about The Last Ronin, I was like, okay, this is exactly what I wanted.
There you go.
Although, to be fair, some of those other Ninja Turtle series, like the one that was the CGI Nickelodeon one, I think it was 2014 or whatever.
Nope,
pretty damn good.
Wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
I was a fan of the originals, and I just always lost it when they did all the other variations. But I did like the movie. The second movie was a bit too. It just felt like a long Saturday.
It felt more like the cartoon.
Yeah, it felt like a long Saturday.
And the third one was atrocious.
Well, no, okay. We were talking about the newer ones.
Oh no, I'm talking about the older ones.
He was talking about like the Jim Henson.
Yeah, bro, I'm talking about the old school ones, man. The third one, nah, bro.
Yeah, the whole time thing, it got a bit out of hand. But yeah,
what else something funny? That was the first ever Ninja Turtles media I ever saw, and I thought it was good as a kid.
Oh yeah, I mean you would have. Yeah, if you're seeing that, I mean.
Yeah, for the first time, I guess. But now, if you grew up with the first movie.
I'll still never forget that line of dialogue. We expecting the Addams family.
That's funny.
Fucking kill yourself.
So, what's that? It was like such a quirky movie, I would say.
It was cartoony. They didn't have Shredder in it. They bring back Casey Jones. Then it's like, oh, he's just barely in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, FCat, are you done? You done with your stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this. Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. So this is what we should be talking about. What have you guys been playing? So we are talking about this game news, but I would like to get into a little more of what we've been playing. So I just wanted to say I've been playing the hell out of this God of War mode. I want to beat it, because I finally started playing Final Fantasy Remake after all these years. So I want to, I want to finish that, but now I'm dedicated to finishing the God of War DLC. And I won't say I'm currently playing Call of Duty, but I was playing Call of Duty before I went live today because I wanted to play it a little bit more before I send it back, because I got it. I played it a week ago and never touched it again. I just had no interest. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it was cool. I played all the modes. I played zombie. I played everything. I was just like, it just felt like, Call of Duty is Call of Duty. You either into it or you're not. And I'm not into it. So it's just sitting here wasting away. But yeah, so those are the 3 games that I'm kind of playing. And about video games, I played Teardown and I really, really liked it, but it had no invert mode, so I couldn't play it. I tried to play as much as I could, and I kept getting dizzy. And then my man Q Beanie wrote me today and said, "Yo, I got some news about a game you're gonna be excited that you want to play." I said, "What? Forspoken?" He's like, "No, they added the invert mode to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series." And I was like, so guys, if you didn't play that game, I think it's cool. It's first person, but you could blow up anything you could see. It looked like Legos, but they got 120 frame mode. The graphics, like, even though it looked like Legos, it looks like it. The graphics are great. So I think and it's free if you got PlayStation Premium or PlayStation Extra or Premium. It's a
PlayStation Premium. It's the better way to go because you get a little bit extra more.
Okay, well, long story short, it's a game that's included. So, but yeah, so I'm excited to play that again. So what about you, TPG? What you been playing?
Playing that game of the year, Baldur's Gate 3.
Okay. So you went back to it.
I already beat the game, so now
I know that, but I know you already beat it, but you started playing it again.
Yep, that's how good it is. Been dabbling into Fortnite just because Fortnite's my life service game. Been playing that God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, dude. Oh, it makes me so nostalgic for the older God of War games. Yeah. To the point, I'm gonna say this.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. But it kind of makes me wish they would actually remake the original God of War.
Bro, forget that. Just remake God of War.
Or, okay, better yet, put the remastered trilogy on PS5.
No. Just remake God of War 3 and make it with the controls of God of War Ragnarok, and it would be the best. Dude.
But Cowboy, I'll get confused about what's going on in the story. Guy wants to kill every god. He's the ultimate atheist.
I'm just saying, remake God of War 3 with God of War Ragnarok graphics and controls. That's it. And it would be like one of the most epic games ever. Because back then, it was just hack and slash, right? So it was like the controls was just, you know what I mean? Now it's like, yeah, pretty much. But now, like, every hit, it's like an impact to it. It's like a weight to it. It's like combat,
Come on, nothing's better than calling back the axe than throwing it and, like, knocking someone off.
Yeah, you're like, that's awesome. Just catch it. Like, oh, man. Anyway, I'm sorry.
And then the last game I've been playing through is Cyberpunk, but I'm about done with that. Then I'm going to tap into the DLC, which everyone tells me is really good. So we'll see. And yeah, Baldur's Gate's the one that's taking up most of my time, though, just because I can't put it down.
That's cool.
I'll like legit will start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'll play all the way till 1 o'clock in the morning. I have no life. Sue me.
What about you, Jerz?
Well, the last 2 months playing Division 2, get into that again. Okay. But deleted it, gave it a break again because we weren't getting somewhere where I wanted to go with the harder end game stuff. My guys weren't there yet, so I'm like, we'll dabble back into it a few months from now. But playing Call of Duty, playing Ark Survival Ascended, the new one. You know what I mean?
Right.
Liking that. My boys want me to get into Ready or Not on PC. Obviously, it's a keyboard and mouse game. I got to get used to that. It'll be hard for me. Don't really do that, but I'm going to start playing that too. But yeah, man, that's what I've been really getting into.
Jenna Hayes said Tekken 8 demo. I did play that a bit. That is cool.
What kind of interest in that one?
Yeah, it is. It's Tekken refreshed, But I was a part of all the betas, so I was kind of like, I've been playing Tekken for a while.
Me, I've been having a love-hate relationship with Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Every time I think I'm gonna quit this damn game, I'm like, let me go back and see, and I progress a little bit, do a little bit of quests, destroy some bases and stuff, and then I'm back to, oh, I hate this game.
Love-hate relationships.
Man, listen, it's cool that you like it though, because you were talking about this game way back when it was supposed to be on Stadia. So
it's not the game that I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be kind of like Destiny or Division style game, but
it's Far Cry with
like,
blue people.
Starfield with blue people.
So he said ignore Cowboy, jump into later games, start from 1, but with story from the PSP games. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being selfish. I don't like God of War 1, amazing, right? It pulled me in. God of War 2 is great, right? God of War 3 is the pinnacle of like that game's to get a 10 out of 10 for me, right? So for me, if I could, but knowing what we know now with the combat and God of War, like God of War Ragnarok has to have my favorite combat in a game. Like it's so, because I do love Marvel Avengers, I will say, like, even though the same people made the same combat, but like I feel like I'm playing Tekken in a run around beat 'em up game. But how violent God of War is when you grab the enemy, you just snapping it like and like, dude, it's for me. But so yeah, Hopes, I'm just being selfish. Just forget 1, 2, 3, Ascension, the other PSP game. Forget them. Give me God of War 3 remastered, and that's all I want. But
real quick to finish up, I am putting my foot down. I am not gonna buy Avatar. I swear to God, I am not gonna buy. I want to buy. No, I'm not gonna buy it.
Okay. Well, it would be nice if you just beat it and do everything, and then you won't need to buy it.
I mean, I'll see where I end up in the end of the month, because that's when my UB Plus runs out, and I'm just gonna be like, nope, I'm not touching it again.
He's not still carrying the flag for Stadia. It's just a point I was making. Well, let me see. I would say Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time, though a remake at 4K 60, I would give $70 for it. Yeah, man. When it's the game that you like, hell yeah,
Same thing with The Last of Us Part 2 with me. It's like, I don't care what the price is, I'm paying it. Just being honest. There's just those games you're a sucker for, no matter what.
Yeah. There's certain, well, see, that's the cool thing. You're not a sucker because you want it. Like, you want that game. So you can't be suckered with something that's value to you. That's why I got mad about the Mortal Kombat thing, right? I wanted that $12 fatality. Like, usually if I buy a game, I just buy everything that comes with the game because I'm a real picky gamer. So it takes me a while to decide what games I want to buy. So when I finally say, okay, I like that game enough, then I buy, then I'm all in. So for you, you're not a sucker. You're all in. You love that game. So why feel like you're a sucker? No, like you want that. Like you would. You know what I mean?
I think the problem with YouTube and the problem with YouTube I have right now is just like everyone has an opinion. No matter what your opinion is, too, it's always wrong. It's like Jesus fucking Christ.
That's my problem with YouTube. Is everybody wants their opinion to be your opinion. That I don't mind when people have an opinion, but when people are like, well, no, you like if I'm spending my money. How are you looking at me telling me I'm a sucker or I got finesse by spending my money? You know what I mean? So that's why I stand up for you. You're like, I got suckered. No, you didn't. You love that game. Like,
exactly.
That's value.
Game Awards tweeted out a question what's the most unappreciated game
It's my bank account, not yours. So you don't have to be worrying what I spent my money on.
Exactly. Look,
if I want to spend my money on, freaking video games, cool. If I want to spend my money on what the fuck else out there,
doesn't matter.
The Game Awards tweeted what's the most unappreciated game of 2023. Most people under the comments said Forspoken.
Listen, it's my personal favorite game of 2023. I don't ask anybody else. I never once told you guys.
But the Twitter bots always come up and they're like, "Oh, I killed the studio with my freaking mind."
What?
Yeah, let me get that.
Oh, that's the reference to Forspoken. I think about it first. I was like, what? Oh, that sounds familiar.
I will say this. When I'm playing
mind.
God of War, I will say this. When I'm playing God of War, it would be cool if I could have traversal stuff like Forspoken.
That would be
cool. Like when I'm playing God of War and I'm running, I'm like, when I play Forspoken, I'm like, it's just cool. I'm just parkouring up the wall and flipping, and it would be cool if I could do that in God of War. And Atlas Fallen tried to do that, but it felt like it felt like God of War 1 and lesser. So it was like, dude, your combat is so dated in this game.
I'm gonna say this. I think the most underappreciated game this year. Might shock people for me to say this because I haven't even played the game yet, but I like it. Armored Core. I think that game is real. We do not get mech games enough. We don't.
Not anymore.
So you think with
you
like
be dime a dozen though.
Exactly. You would think with like animes like being popular there, like Gundam and Evo Galleon, we get something like that. We barely ever get them.
I will say, I feel like there's a Gundam game like every 2 years.
Yeah,
I do feel like Gundam.
But, so did you know about that Gundam first-person shooter game that came out? I think it was earlier this year or last year.
Yeah,
they're shutting it down now. It's like Jesus Christ. I feel so bad for those developers because they work so hard. And it's like
first-person game is probably just not a cool idea.
Yeah, but
the problem because Gundams are so fast. That's why I never liked Gundam. I loved mech games. Gundams I never liked. When I get in a mech, I want to feel like I'm getting into this big steel thing. Gundams, you feel like you're a ninja. I'm like, bro, why? I don't need to be like. You might as well not even be in a robot. Just be a person. Because they move so fast, it breaks the whole.
Also, one more game that's underappreciated. I cannot believe this game wasn't up for best sports game. WWE 2K is 22 this year, right? Or is it 23?
2023.
Yeah, 23. I love what they did with that game. I know a lot of people didn't like the DLC characters. I'm kind of in that camp. But it's like the combat is so much better. The GM mode, universe mode.
Yeah, I want to say 23 feels very like 22.
It's an expansion on 22.
Yeah, because they just took the gauges and they moved them around a little bit. It's pretty much has the same system. That's why I'm curious if 24 is going to reinvent the wheel. Oh, dude, now it's a great wheel. It's a great wheel. They probably should leave it alone. But 2022 was pretty much.
Well, I think what they should do with 24 is just worked with 23, expand upon it. Rumor is, I don't know if you want to know this rumor, Cowboy, but CM Punk might be not a cover character, but he'll be like a DLC character because of how they do their deal.
Because they're working on the game right now. Yeah, that makes sense. I think when they should get rid of it, I don't like that blocking. I don't like the block in and the dip in. I feel like what is that? This what type of game? I feel like they need to get rid of that. That just feel like doesn't have any place in wrestling. I get the roll in when you're a small character like Rey Mysterio, but the people dip in and I feel like this isn't boxing.
So who do you want as the cover character, the cover star?
So I follow wrestling a lot. So for me, I would want the cover star to be somebody who probably did the most this year. Roman was already, right? LA Knight is too quick of a flash in the pan. I almost feel like it probably should be Seth. He's he won the
So we're talking about favorite game of the year?
Well, we were just talking about wrestling real quick because I have 3 people I would love to see on the cover. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, or as a tribute, maybe as a special edition, Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
I could definitely see Cody on the cover, though.
I could see Cody on the cover. I could see that. I feel like Seth has done more, but go ahead, FCAT. Sorry, man.
Yeah, my bad. Since we're at the end of the year, what's your most disappointed game of the year? Your personal disappointing game?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me look at my GameFly list real quick.
Well, if I had to pick one, is it a game I have to actually play, or is it a game that
It probably should be something you play.
Yeah.
TPG. I'm just saying. You know.
Well, that was the
For
case.
me, it's Trepang 2. Like a lot of people say that game's good. I don't like it at all. It's
What game is it?
disappointing. Trepang 2.
Never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Mine would probably be Final Fantasy 16. Just like there was so much hype for that game, and
you know what? There it is. There it is. Yeah. I don't even got to look anymore. Yeah, thank you.
Final Fantasy I don't know how people with a serious face sat there and say that should have been up for Game of the Year. I'm like, no, no. Also, Hogwarts Legacy for me was also pretty bland. I know a lot of people are like, I love Harry Potter. Cool. Is it a good game though?
Was
let me jump in here real quick. So hold on, real quick. I can't never forget the comments. I am paying attention, guys. I'm responding to stuff I kind of want to talk about. Rune said Ragnarok at Kingdom Hearts 2 has the best combat. So I never played a Kingdom Hearts game, but I can't imagine the combat is that amazing. So I'm gonna have to watch.
2's is regarded in the fan base as the best in the far as combat goes.
Well, the best he's saying overall in video games.
Oh well, I would say best in Kingdom Hearts, but not overall.
Well, to him. Anyway, to him. Yeah. But yeah, I'll have to ask my one buddy, Justin, my friend who's a DJ J Rock, he loved and played all the Kingdom Hearts. I have to ask him about that.
Oh, so Ragnarok combat.
So, yeah, he said Ragnarok combat really opened up. So when you learn,
yeah, we already know each other's favorite game of the year.
Are you sure about that?
Well, Cowboys is Forspoken.
Yeah, mine's Forspoken.
Mine's is Immortals of Avium. What's TPG's? I'm guessing Baldur's Gate 3.
Damn it!
Yeah, right, yeah.
He actually paid attention.
Let's see. Real quick, let me read this. Holt said, I've already got Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 8, Yakuza, and the Rise of the Ronin, and it's money worth spent, and it's not even 2024, as I've got faith in my games. That's cool.
Rise of Ronin actually looks pretty cool. Like, I'm actually going to buy that. And Helldivers, too.
Who else is going to play Monster Hunter Wilds? I was a big fan of the first month, or well, let me not say first Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter had like 6 Monster Hunters before I played the very first one. But I played Monster Hunter World. That was the first game that took me away from Destiny for like 3 months. And it was a lot. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I played as a novice. Like, I didn't know all the crazy stuff people was doing. I just was the basic guy, and I screamed for help, and people came and saved me. Monster Hunter, what's the other one called? Monster Hunter Rise came out. I didn't care. I didn't like it that much. I know it pushed the switch, but I didn't like that it was cartoony. I liked World, where World looked like real. So I didn't care to try to get into it. But maybe the new one I might try to play. Jenna Hayes said, Cowboy, my favorite game of 2023 is Final Fantasy 16. Damn. And we just said that's the one that let us down the most.
What game are you most anticipated for next year?
Most anticipated for next year?
Yep. Mine would probably be Star Wars Outlaws. That will be a no-brainer buy. I do not have to pay for UB Plus to try it out. That is going to be a no-brainer buy.
See, I don't get that excited for games like I used to. I don't even know. I don't know when the Transformers game is coming out, because I love the Transformers IP. I'm a little weird about it being first person, but I do want to see more. That might be on the top, but I can't think of a game I seen. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, you mean Transformer Reactivate?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know if that's coming next year or not.
Yeah. Right. Host asked me, did I ever play Ring of Red? I don't know what that is.
What about you, TPG?
Far as games that actually have release dates, probably be Helldivers 2, because that's like the first game me and all my friends are actually buying. So we're all gonna play.
What game?
Helldivers 2. Okay. I'm looking at a list right now. I forgot actually. What's this? I can't say this. Black Myth Wukong. That game.
Does look cool.
That's actually got a release date now. That's nice. Dragon's Dogma 2. I finally checked out the trailer. I'm like, damn. That does look pretty good.
They got the Stellar Blade wish list on PS Store.
I mean, I was excited for it originally, like, you know, Yakuza, like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. But I'm like, dude, I'm just so checked out on like that series. It's just there's just too much of it.
Let me ask you guys this: has anybody ever play Eternal Nights or see any videos on it? I remember TK talking about it.
I played a little bit of it. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, he said most underrated game.
Yeah, it's too JRPG.
Okay, got you.
Oh, you guys want to know a game that's almost guaranteed to die the day it comes out?
Damn.
Suicide Squad. That game is so fucking done.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Me and FCAT got to play the beta. Thanks, shout outs to FCAT. He gave me a closed beta code, and yeah. I guess we can't talk
it's
about
not all
it, right?
that great. It's not.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll say that. If we can say that, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list of games. It's like some of these games actually look really interesting. So I'm remembering them now. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That could be good. I mean, to be fair, I'm not the biggest Fantasy
supposedly South of Midnight's coming next year. That's a rumor, but I would like to see gameplay of that first before I jump to conclusions. South at Midnight.
Okay.
The Xbox exclusive.
Okay. Yeah, that was the one with the dude playing the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that showed zero gameplay. So.
You know what game I want to see next year? I want to see fucking Stalker 2. That because of the whole thing going on with Russia and the Ukraine, that sucks. But it's like, damn it, I want to see that game. It looks pretty cool.
I don't know anything about.
It's like dude, look up a trailer of this game. It's like a much more mature Fallout. Also pretty scary.
Yeah. You guys in the comments, what's your most anticipated game for next year? Yeah, I don't. There's not one game that I'm like hyped up for.
Well, I'm not hyped for, but it's like, you know, at the end of the day, if push comes to shove, like, okay, you know, maybe I'll check it out.
I think the thing for me too is I'm so appreciative of games just being the best they could be. So I don't mind games taking forever. So I never see a game like I want that because I'm used to like, you want a game so fast, it's probably gonna be like trashy. You know what I mean? So just let them take their time. So I never get that.
After the Last of Us factions, I've learned the value of just not getting hyped just because you heard something.
Hey, I mean that's a good point.
You know, technically, when if you actually look at it, the game was announced last year, and then the next year it gets canceled.
It's crazy. And then they was working on it for like 5 years. That said, most anticipated game next year is Paper Mario 1000 Year Door remake, probably.
Yeah, sure, that's pretty popular.
Most anticipated game, Darth Kermit said, is Hades, Octopath Traveler for Xbox. Not sure what else is coming out to be at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. There's not one game I could think of. You guys say something that make me excited. I'm not excited for Final Fantasy Rebirth.
What about Rise of Ronin?
Will be the one. No, Rise of Ronin looks too much like Ghost of Tsushima, which I can't stand. So I know it's just too basic for me, man. You're just a dude running around with a sword, and I feel like the combat is basic. Like I feel like the combat just isn't like that great.
I forgot you're a cowboy. You like pew pews. Nah.
No. I like melee more than I rather switch, but I like magic and some type of extra stuff. And I feel like I trust me. I played I gameflied Ghost of Tsushima years ago, and I gave it a try, and I was like, I didn't get that far. And then people said you gotta play it. So last year I played it for like 5 hours. I don't know. I just don't do that.
I literally was about to say it came out in 2020.
Now it's beautiful.
Wait. I'm pretty sure it was 2020.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about the original
Ghost. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it came out in 2019.
Yeah, no. Remember that came out on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that came out the same year The Last of Us Part 2 came out.
Okay, that was 2018.
No, it was 2020.
The Last of Us 2. I thought God of War beat The Last of Us 2 at Game of the Year awards. And
no.
Ragnarok.
No, Ragnarok lost to Elden Ring last
year.
year.
You know what? I just forgot. Yes, the Last of Us 2 won Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and God of War Ragnarok lost to the better game. Just.
Fair enough. I mean, I wanted God of War to win,
for a guy who's supposedly a PlayStation gamer, for some reason I've been voting against PlayStation in these awards.
Hey man, you
lately.
just keep
what the
it
hell?
real, bro. Every so often you gotta keep it real and put down a console war. You know.
I'm honestly surprised FCAT didn't bring up the fact that apparently the developers of Call of Duty are not happy with Christopher Judge now.
Oh really?
Yeah, because of that whole thing he said at the Game Awards.
Yeah.
My speech last year was longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign.
Oh man. Sam said, I don't know what it is about. JRPG games just don't do it for me. Not sure if it's the art style that puts me off or the gameplay just doesn't do it for me. I need to find one I like at some point. I think my issue with JRPGs is like 8 million of them. And then I always feel like I want to find the special one. And then when you finally see one, then the part 2 is coming out in 2 months. And you're just like, no, bro, I don't even care. Like, they don't get a chance to stand out on their own because there's so many. And they keep coming and coming and coming. And they all look identical. So I'd just be like, oh, you know, I remember when Stadia kept putting a bunch of them. Hey, man, I'm just saying. I remember Stadia kept putting a bunch of them out and for free, and I kept playing them. I was like, I don't even know which game I played. Like,
So just so you know, this is Cowboy's podcast. I do not have the same opinion as this man. If you guys want to attack,
I'm just saying. I mean, that's just I should be able to speak my mind. You know.
No, yeah, I'm not saying you can't speak your mind. Hey, I do agree to a certain extent.
I don't mind
they start blending in at some point. It's like, oh my god, how many Persona games, for example, do we have?
Yeah, I mean,
fuck.
That alone is like, whoa. But I guess it's cool. Like if you're a big fan of Persona, they give
the people what they want, even if they don't know they want it yet.
Right. Now let me see. Dark Kermit said, I'm looking forward to how good the final version of Hellblade looks. Oh, you're talking about Hellblade 2. Got it. Yeah. Not sure about the game. Play. The first one was boring. Yeah, so I still want to. Well, okay. Let me say this. I don't really care to play the first one because I would have played it if I did. But I think the second one is just the Xbox game. Excuse me. That looked like it caters to me, so it makes me always think about it. But I can't really say I have much interest in it. Besides, it's the Xbox game that I probably would want to play. But I told myself I would play the first one. It's on my GameFly list before the new one come out. So we'll just see. When I'm like, all right, fine. I got space for that. I just checked Stellar Blade on PSN, but no pre-order yet.
Yeah, you can't pre-order yet.
Yeah, that game looks cool.
Just for the record, the reason why a lot of their PlayStation Network games they don't allow you to pre-order, but they'll have it like on the announce section, is because like they want to have a solid date.
Yeah, makes sense. You don't got a date, don't put it on there.
Exactly.
I played Hellblade. It was okay, but it was mostly the mental health thing that people thought was amazing. I didn't even know what they were talking about. So I swear that game was supposed to be part 2 of Heavenly Sword. So she had her little sister, which I feel is that character, or supposed to be that character, had a lot of mental health issues. That was the whole thing. Her trying to protect her sister and stuff. But also Elden Ring DLC, I think that comes next year.
Yes, it does.
Shadow of the Edith Tree.
It's coming next
year, I think.
Yeah, that's the DLC for Elden Ring.
Sev said, I'm half Japanese myself, and I hate anything in the setting of the Edo period of Japan. Heritage and whatnot, great, but it's just not something I like, though. I didn't play Ghost of Tsushima, won't play Rise of Ronin. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything for me. Now, I'll say this. I'm also not a big fan of samurais. Make it a ninja, then you might get my attention. You know? I'm a ninja guy.
You know what a ninja is? It's a samurai who's more of a coward.
I can see that. love Yakuza and Persona. Need more. LOL.
Well, you're getting plenty of that.
Then again, I grew up in Canada and not Japan, so I am far removed from it, I suppose. Yeah, you probably are, kind of, you know. That's not what a ninja is. I'm not gonna argue. But any of you guys was ever into my favorite Ubisoft game is For Honor. I need to start playing that again. They keep like going hard with that game. That game was dope, but it was hard. Like the blocking.
That's actually like their one live service game that's still live.
Yeah. The blocking, like if somebody swung an overhead, you had to block overhead. And then they switch up to the left, you had to swing to the left and swing to the right. So I used to be like, dude, that's too hard. So I used to like the quick agile character that just rolled out the way. You know? But
I talking about For Honor?
Yeah. Remember I was wanting it to come to Stadia, and then they remember when the Stadia Twitter chat was talking to me about it. It was like, oh yeah, what's your favorite character? When it was rumored to come, I was like, oh, and I made a whole video. This game is coming to Stadia because they was talking to me about it. And come to find out, Ubisoft made a mistake and put it on that reporting that it was coming, and it wasn't. I was like,
Ubisoft makes a mistake every time they make a game that's not Watch Dogs or Far Cry.
No, they're making mistakes on their earning calls, and you know. I was like, wow, like, and they did it 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row, they said it was
Watch Dogs 2 flop.
Yeah, that's one franchise I wish they would have taken off because Watch Dogs actually is pretty cool concept wise.
Yeah, Watch Dogs was cool. I will say with you, the concept was cool. Ghost of Tsushima is nowhere near the Edo period. LOL. I have no clue. Make it a ninja, but doesn't want his Gundams. Exactly. I want a robot doing flips and all that. That just doesn't. Dude, when I get in the mech, I want to feel like I climbed up in this thing. Like even when you look at Pacific Rim, like they at least move. Like you're making them move.
They move like a giant robot.
Right. Gundam, you're like. I'm just like.
It's not sitting there doing flippy doos and going. Ha!
Yeah, it get rid of the whole fact that I'm in a just giant robot. If I can move that fast, like I don't know.
All right, here we go. Most anticipated free game of next year.
Anything on Game Pass, right?
No, we can't include anything on Game Pass. I'm talking like free to play.
Oh, free to play.
Waifu Simulator 52.
Well, I guess for me. I mean, then again, I played the demo and I wasn't that into it. But I waited for so long for the first Descendants, and I've got to play it, and I was like, I don't like it that much.
I knew you were gonna say first Descendant.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really not excited for it now, but I will give it another shake. Sam said a ninja is a rogue who fought against the samurai, seeing them as tyrants.
Yeah, mine would have to probably be X-Defiant if they actually freaking released the goddamn game.
Oh yeah. Let me finish. The families of assassins for the purpose of disposing of samurais who abuse their power mostly. That's interesting. Sound like you know a lot about your history. I'm looking forward to Metal. What the hell is that? Metaphor.
No.
Fantozio?
I don't know what that is. I don't know if you got my message in Discord, but I looked on the PlayStation Store and that PC game Synced that you like, Cowboy, the one that looks like Outriders, that's coming to PlayStation.
Which game?
Synced.
It's called. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, when people get killed and they kind of like deterialize and just kind of like fade away.
No, you said that it looks like Outriders.
Yeah, but I'm saying is I think when people got killed in the game, it looked like they just was like their body like phased away.
Yeah, that's coming up on PlayStation.
Okay.
I've yet to hear anything about Shatterline coming to PlayStation. They were supposed to be coming to PlayStation.
That's the game you kept talking about every time you brought up a first person.
Oh my god, that game is dead now, Cowboy. Like nobody's talking
You
about
don't
that
say.
game.
Really?
You know what, FCAT? Hold on. I think FCAT is worse than me. See, TPG, every game I would like just happened to die. But FCAT, every game he like is like the most low budget, fall off the
Every
wagon.
game FCAT's excited for or hyped about, guess what? Dies the day it comes out.
For real. Like it'd be like the least played game. Everybody like, but I give FCAT credit. Hey, he's an individual. He like what he like. He's not just following people. But usually if FCAT say a game, you'd be like, what? Like you never heard of it. You see
So Outlaws is gonna flop. Outlaws is gonna flop now.
Everything you like is going to flop. So please don't like The Last of Us.
Yeah, right.
No, I do not like The Last of Us.
Oh, thank God, it's safe.
Oh, that's pretty cool, Sev.
I'm just checking on the Fortnite store. Right
Game I mentioned above by Atlas had a world premiere at the Game Awards. Oh, okay. I don't remember it. Not by that name.
Yeah, I got that Series X.
Potato, congrats.
I got that Series X on sale.
Oh, yeah. You was. I thought you were supposed to tell me about that. You was like, how much was it?
$380 with the tax.
Yeah, it's too much. If you would have said $280.
Yeah, when I bought the Series S, it was like what, $340 something.
Well, that's cool, man. I feel like if I was gonna get a Xbox, I might as well get.
Bro, you know what broke me though was freaking playing Immortals of Avium on Series S. It looked like dog water. It was horrible.
Okay,
I couldn't even see it.
You guys want to hear some potential news on TPG's front?
Okay, let's go.
If I somehow get some extra money for Christmas, I saw that the Xbox's Series X are on sale for $400, correct?
Yeah, or you can get it for like $350.
I'm actually considering buying an Xbox at this point.
Wow.
Considering, not guaranteed, but considering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe TPG might actually start have some gameplay footage of Starfield.
Well, I'll say this.
You'll have to change your name to That Neutral Gamer.
That Neutral Gamer. I'll try to do a review maybe this week, but I've really been enjoying the PlayStation Portal. I play most of my time playing games on a Portal now. Because I'm just chilling in the bed with my wife and we're like watching or just talking and stuff. Like tonight, when I get off this to go watch wrestling that's currently on, I'll pull out the Portal and be playing God of War. So, man, the Portal has come in handy. But
you guys are making me miss CM Punk. What the hell, man?
Yeah. But I will say that you have to have your PlayStation wired. PlayStation Wi-Fi is like just not good. So, I don't know. I feel like make sure you wire up your PlayStation.
Put in the Google code.
Well, maybe I need to do that. It's just not consistent. When I play it not wired, man, it's like you get that lag in and it get glitchy looking, right? But as soon as I plug in my Ethernet cable, man, like it's so stable. It's like great. So
I made sure to open my ports for PlayStation Network. I put in the Google code, and I can play the PS5 cloud streaming thing like perfect through Wi-Fi.
That's cool.
I wonder if I filtered out what are the most popular WWE clips, I wonder which ones would show up first.
Hold on, if you do what?
Okay, so like on YouTube, you could sort the clips on a channel.
Okay.
I'm curious, like, what's the most popular YouTube video WWE has on their official channel?
Probably the Undertaker Mankind Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, so just go to WWE, click on videos, and click on popular.
Oh, see here. I'll do that on my computer because my PlayStation for some reason won't do that.
I already told you what it was.
No, it's not.
Are you looking up?
It's gonna be CM Punk. It's gonna be.
They said that one video did amazing though.
That video actually got more views than when The Rock came back, which should
they said that video is the highest video they have now.
Let's hear popular. Randy Orton makes it personal with Triple H. What? That's the most popular video from like 10 years ago. The second one, stunning in-ring proposals. Oh yeah, I forgot the whole angle of AJ Lee and Daniel Bryan.
That Immortals of Avian was like blurry as hell on Series S. I couldn't deal with it.
Oh, maybe they were saying the night when CM Punk came out, that pay-per-view was the most watched or something like that.
Who knows?
Then I just found out from Digital Foundry I was playing Avatar at 30 on Series S. So I was like, oh god.
Sev said too little, too late for Starfield. Let's see.
One a potato and the other a sweet potato.
Sweet potato. I love sweet potatoes. From what I understand, the new PS5 model has a higher broadband connection for Wi-Fi. I think the revision is the Wi-Fi 6.
Yeah, it should be Wi-Fi 6.
I might be wrong though. Yeah, that's the thing, because I have Wi-Fi. My router's Wi-Fi 6E. But the PS5 got to be lower.
Well, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna put on some wrestling.
PS5 launch model has Wi-Fi 6. I don't think it did. Yeah, I don't.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, man. TPG, thanks for stopping through, man. I appreciate it, and thanks for thanks for not jumping off that ledge, man.
Not yet. Gotta wait for The Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
All right. All right, he is out. Yeah, it did, Cowboy. It did?
You're gonna wrap it up. I'll jump out too.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming by, FCat, as usual. We will talk in Discord. All right, guys. That is my man, FCat. All right, guys. So it's just me. Finally got them bums off the show. Now we can get it in. Let's get real with them bums. All right. Anyway, all right, guys. So thanks for coming by. This has been fun. I am gonna go and watch some wrestling with my wife. Rune, I hope I beat this damn God of War thing. This thing like never ends. I'm like, dude. So I hope I'm close to finishing it. I don't want to look up to see how many acts there are, because then I don't want to get anything spoiled. So Rune, if you know how many acts there are, let me know. I think I'm on like Act 2 or something like that, or Act 2. I don't know. But yeah, if you know, man, let me know. Because I would like to know. But yeah. Hold on real quick. Let me write something real quick. Hold on, guys. All right. All right, cool. Yeah, so Rune, let me know, man, how many chapters, or Google it or something and let me know. Because I feel like I've been playing for a while. I'm like, dude, how am I not close to beating it? Let me see. Did it? Well, there you go then. Yes, it did, Cowboy. People were talking about the PS5 has Wi-Fi 6 and Xbox has Wi-Fi 5, but you should have your console plugged in always. Yeah, I have to, because it's just terrible. Let me see. Yep. Wired is always the way to go. I used to not always have it wired, but I definitely need it for this thing, man. Oh, Kermit gave me the purple piece. But look, you guys still got me for a little bit, you know. You were probably near the end. It ain't that long. I feel like it's long, man. They ripped the response. Yeah, they respond and said, they're gonna, oh, we understand we've been having late stuff and it should be out within a week. So they didn't give me that whole thing they gave you. But my son, I let him borrow this and take it on vacation. And I was like, dude, could you give me the ripstick back? Because I ordered a new one and it's taken a while. So I noticed he put this in the living room this morning. And one of the things was missing. So I guess he broke one. So the cool thing is they give you so many. So I put brand new bands on. And at first they were so hard to pull. I'm like, dang, you really gotta like this is, guys, this thing is cool. Think of it, right? I'm pulling it and it's trying to make my hands come back. So I gotta hold it out. And you could do like this is really good. Do skull crushers. Oh my god. I got the hat on, so it makes it hard. But yeah, you're gonna instantly feel, man. Your whole arms and chest just whoo. And there's so many workouts. Rune, I got a bunch of workouts they're gonna start sending them to you too. But they send you like pictures of workouts and you can watch the videos. So I always I got a playlist. I got a album of the workouts. I think it's 11 of them now. Let me see. C-Boy. I looked it up and it said there are chapters, but honestly, I don't, remember there being any chapters or acts. No, yeah. Like the last thing I did, it's like, what do you mean you don't remember? Like it'll pop up on the screen after you get to, I don't want to say it, but after you get to a certain person and you beat them, then you start over. And then every time you get to him and beat him, that's like an act. Are you playing a DLC of God of War? Yes, I am playing it. Yep. That is what we're actually talking about, Lion. They finally shipped mine and it's coming on Thursday. Nice. Yeah, Lion, he is. I've been getting those emails. Oh, you've been getting them. Cool. Like, bro, they don't put you in a community, sending you emails, and they don't give you your stuff. Like, oh boy. That's kind of part of the things that make me a little scared of getting it, because I don't want to start selling it. And then what if I start selling them and then people can't get them and then they be pissed off at me? And I'm like, yo, like, yeah, I kind of don't want that heat. But I was thinking if I did sell it, I would make my Thursday stream like a ripstick workout stream, and then I would also sell it. So imagine if I got my Thursday stream to get kind of like bigger because people was coming for the workouts, and then people would buy them from me, and then it could make people stick around to some of my other content. But I don't know, because again, I don't want to be selling them out of my house, and it looks like to partner up with them so they could, like, I don't know, I guess I got to look more into it to partner up with them the other way. It seems like they want you to just buy a lot before they do that. And I don't want to do that. Yeah, just let me have a link that I could send, and I'll leave it at that. I need to play it, but no time. Busy in the gym and the cheeks. Yo, my man Lion, you going to the gym? Let's go. All right. And we won't talk about the other thing. But yeah, man, Lion, it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, as soon as I get off this, and I get settled, I will be playing that. For sure. Let's see. Throw my stuff. Gotta throw my McDonald's and stuff in the garbage. What else before I go off, guys? Yeah, that's a hassle. Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, I don't want that. Nope. At the gym now getting diesel. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for coming by as usual. It's definitely epic, man. I love it. But as you know, I'm the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and this stream was epic for one reason and one reason only, and that's simply because I'm a cowboy. And now your mama knows. Let's go.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man.
And now your mama knows. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.